Hi guys, and welcome to another football commentary live stream. And today we're going to be watching a very interesting game, one I'm personally excited for. It's going to be the Community Shield final, and it's between Liverpool and Crystal Palace. Of course, Crystal Palace won the FA Cup, and Liverpool won the Premier League. So, this is going to be a very interesting match. And we're also going to be holding a minute of silence here. Let's switch to the right scene here. Got that. Okay, there we go. Camera's down here for this one. But here we go. Minute of silence for Diogo Jota. And make sure to put your score predictions in the chat, guys. Okay, we'll end there just because they ended in the stadium. We just started a little bit later. But rest in peace once again, Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. Unfortunate that we lost two, such great talents in the footballing community. But the match is going to begin in any second now. It is going to be Crystal Palace, Liverpool. I do think Liverpool should get this one done, though, never doubt Crystal Palace and their strong defense. They've got a strong attack. They've really, developed this team. And I do feel like that Crystal Palace is one that can really, contrast this Liverpool side with how many signings they made. Chris Kavanagh is the referee, I'm pretty sure. Kavanagh, I don't know how to say his name. Kavanagh. That's the referee's name. Match in 10 seconds will begin. Hope everyone's doing well. And there we go. Crystal Palace do kick us off there. And it's going to be straight booted down to Liverpool's left side at the very back end, where Kerkez just has kicked the ball off of a Palace attacker there for a throw-in. I'll read the lineups to you guys now. So, for Liverpool, the goalkeeper will be Alisson, Frimpong as the right back, Kanate and Virgil van Dijk as the two centre-backs, and Kerkez as the left back there. For the midfield, we have Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai, and for the forwards, we have Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, and Ekitike. For Crystal Palace, the goalkeeper is Henderson. We have Guehi, Lacroix, and Richards as the centre-backs. We have Mitchell, Wharton, Kamada, and Munoz as the midfield, and Eze, Sarr, and Mateta as the forwards. So interesting lineups there. Of course, on the bench, we have a couple of other players, like Mamardashvili, McAllister, Harvey Elliott. And for Crystal Palace, we also have Klein, Sosa. We have as well Edouard. I don't think Mamardashvili come on just to say, but he's on the bench there. He is very class as a goalkeeper. But here we go. The match is going on here. Ekitike is looking bright, by the way. He does look very good. Also, just let me move that there. He's looking like a very, very good player. Can't wait to see how he goes in this Liverpool side as the striker. I do want to see how he, reacts and how he plays. Kerkez now passing back to Van Dijk. And Van Dijk now passing to Kerkez. There's also a big light-up show there at the back end of Wembley Stadium where Crystal Palace supporters are, the Ultras. Kerkez now to Curtis Jones, who is now actually playing left central defensive midfielder compared to before when he was more on the right side. Curtis Jones. Let's see what he does. He's going to just pass that to Van Dijk. And there's a chip ball by Van Dijk, just trying to find Salah on the right side. Good touch by Salah. He's being marked by Mitchell. Let's see what Salah can do. He just passes that nice and easily back to Frimpong, who's, very attacking right back, right wing back. He comes up, very far overlaps. So we'll see how he, reacts with Salah this season in this team. Of course, he's got a former player as well. He's got Florian Wirtz on this, the team as well. So he's not alone from that Leverkusen side, transitioning over into this Liverpool team. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see their link up, Wirtz and Frimpong. And there's a chase on there by Cody Gakpo, and he is going to use a lot of bulk pressure there to allow Ekitike to steal the ball. He's going to go all the way back now to Szoboszlai. Now with Szoboszlai once again, just a one-touch pass from Kerkez back to Virgil van Dijk. Now to Kanate. And going to pass to Curtis Jones there. Nice easy pass from Kanate there. It's Curtis Jones. Pass to Kerkez. Now all the way back to Van Dijk. And he's going to pass to Alisson. Alisson, I do think this might be his final season for Liverpool. I do expect Mamardashvili to maybe start next season. I do think that's going to be the case. I'm going to have to see how, that plays out. Don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that. But 100%, I do think Mamardashvili is that keeper. He's, one that can inherit the true ability of Alisson that you see at Liverpool. And it's now with Gakpo. He's going to pass to Florian Wirtz. Liverpool are expected to, maintain the most possession in this game. They're definitely a strong side that can hold up possession. Ekitike scores! It's 1-0 for Liverpool. And Ekitike from absolute nowhere scores a goal. Brilliant. That was a very good, very, very good goal, actually. It went to the right back corner, and he just slots that nice home. It's a ground shot, rolls along the ground. No chance for Henderson to save that one. And it's 1-0. And the Liverpool supporters are so happy. He does this little celebration here. What a goal there by Ekitike. Brilliant. He definitely is that striker, and I actually think Liverpool will do better without, purchasing Isak. I think that Ekitike, is going to prove himself. He's going to really prove himself here. Wirtz, brilliant pass as well. He found so much space there. Florian Wirtz gets an assist with Ekitike. This is a 1-2 play from them, finding up space, and then he takes the shot, goes past Kamada, in between Kamada's legs, and it's a goal for Liverpool early on in this game. Only 5 minutes in. 5 minutes in, and the new signings already proving themselves here. So let me try and do, maybe I can put this here. Okay. Let's see if they can get another goal early on. Or if of course, Crystal Palace can respond, because Crystal Palace are going to have to respond here. And hi, Idra1. You're back. How are you today? Nice seeing you again. Yes, nice seeing you. Nice seeing you. Camera's a little bit closer. I keep looking up here over here because the computer's behind the camera. So if I look there, it's just me checking some stuff. But it's nice to see you. I hope you're doing good. But yeah, that's a brilliant goal by Ekitike. Just to recap, brilliant right-footed ground shot, just drives into the bottom right corner, and no chance for the goalkeeper to save that one. This is now with Cody Gakpo. He loves cutting in really far. Gakpo, oh my goodness, they might actually score again here, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace just defend that one nicely, and it goes all the way back to Kanate in the defense. They had to clear that. That was a very forced clearance because, Liverpool dominating. They are dominating. Wirtz. Now to Szoboszlai. Gakpo. Let's see what Gakpo does. He's in the box on the left side. He's going to probably just pass back here to Kirkes. He gives a one-touch cross. Just trying to find the head of Ekitike. Doesn't do it. And this is now with Crystal Palace, who are trying to, really get past this strong Liverpool defense. You could argue it's stronger than the previous year with, Kirkes in that left-back slot. And then also Frimpong now as a right-back. He is very good, Frimpong. I do think he's probably going to be better than Trent from last season. Trent was okay last season, one of his best form because of course, the transfer rumors and such. But Frimpong, very strong attacking, defender. Hi, CDF. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, drop your score predictions, guys. Already 1-0. Can definitely see this one getting out of hand for Crystal Palace if they don't really start to, apply some pressure here, because they've been on the behind foot for a lot of this game so far. It's only been 6 minutes, but they look like they've been playing, 90 on the behind foot. So hopefully, they can start to show a little bit more strength against this Liverpool side. Little one touch there from Ekitike trying to find Salah, and it's just caught by Henderson. Unlucky. Salah's starting to grow his hair back. He's starting to get that, the afro back, but, it's a long way from developing. Better Salah without the afro. I honestly like him better without it, to be honest. A lot of people might disagree with me, but I just like seeing it, shaven head. It looks kind of like Benzema's look, to be honest. And that's going to be a foul. Crystal Palace get a free kick in the defensive half there. Just a foul by Frimpong. And now it's going to be with Crystal Palace, Wharton. And he's going to just play it over to Richards. Now Richards goes back to Lacroix. And he gives a long ball, trying to find Eze. Is going to be defended kind of good by Frimpong. Not the best defense there. Eze now to Wharton. And Wharton does a very bad pass there. He does redeem himself and gives a pass out to the right side there with Munoz. And you think Liverpool 2-0 CDF? Personally, I think this might be more than 2-0, just because, it's such an early goal. I do expect them to score maybe 3 if they're going to go on the attack here a lot more. But, Crystal Palace aren't a bad side. Can see them getting back into this game. They just had their footing lost at the start there. Again, as I said, they looked like they've been replaying a full match, even though it's been like 4 minutes. So, yeah, maybe they'll score 2 only, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see for sure. It's going to be a long throw here by Richards, as just telling the team to maybe get in the box here a little bit. Of course, this is Palace's second chance of getting a trophy, starting off the new season with a trophy, which would be very good for them, boost their morale. Not that it's not boosted already. I mean, winning the FA Cup, such an achievement. But, yeah, definitely to give, something even more, maybe to finish in a Champions League place. That could be the stuff they kind of need. And that's a brilliant pass there by Guehi. And it's now going to be Palace in the box, just trying to find a cross. And it's defended brilliantly by Frimpong. And they're saying it's a penalty here. Guehi, the captain, is just talking to the referee, saying it's a penalty on Kamada. It's definitely not. It's definitely defended nicely by Frimpong. But it is going to be a corner for sure. Not a penalty. Looks like that Richards will take this corner as well. Definitely not a penalty. Here we go. Deep cross, going to the back post, and it's just going to be headed to clear by Kanate. And Wharton gives a pass. He is pulled down, but the referee says play on. And it's now a fast break for Liverpool, and it is going to be defended brilliantly by Lacroix. I think it was an accidental defense, but he does do it nicely. It's going to be Eze, foul, free kick. Just in the build-up there, Kanate does commit the foul. Of course, he was linked to Real Madrid, my club. However, he's going to be staying for one more season. I do think he might come next season, though, because I feel like Liverpool's really trying to build a younger squad here. I can see, the vision with Frimpong, Ekitike. I feel like Wirtz is kind of young as well. Don't know his exact age off by heart. But I feel like they're building a young squad. Yeah, Wirtz is 22, so he's young. Yeah, definitely I can see Kanate maybe leaving next season. He's, 26, 27 by next season. For sure, I think they maybe get a younger centre-back as well. Van Dijk's going to be, age 35 next season. That is kind of old. Though I don't know. He's, not really losing his form, is he, Van Dijk? Salah as well is kind of old too. I feel like there's about 3 players or 4 players in the squad. Alisson, Kanate, Van Dijk, Salah are all pretty old. The rest of the team is, very young. So we'll see what direction Arne Slot takes the club. On the other hand, Crystal Palace, their side's been building. It's definitely in development. All centered around that Mateta, Eze, now getting Sarr as well. And, of course, the back line with, a strong defender like Guehi. It is, a developing squad. That's a very deflected ball there from the free kick by Eze. It's going to be a corner for Palace. And they rely heaps on those guys, though. You wouldn't want to lose them all close together. Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like, he has to be careful who he picks to sell. Because you don't want to lose, Salah, Van Dijk at the same time. First of all, those two especially. You don't want to lose those two at the same time because that's a big hit for the club, transition straight away into a new, era. Or both centre-backs, really. Van Dijk, Kanate, you don't want to lose at the same time. So you have to be very careful when you sell. I do expect maybe Van Dijk to stay a season more after. I think Kanate next season, maybe Van Dijk the season after. I don't know about Salah, though. Because, Salah was rumoured for this season, but he did renew his contract. So we'll have to wait and see what the decision is. End up doing what Real Madrid did. Yeah, exactly. When, we lost Toni Kroos, we lost now Modric. We're under a real transformation period, and that's not the best thing. Having so many players leave, Benzema as well, from the old era of the club, it really did affect the club, I feel like. Not in a good way. I think it affected it sort of in a bad way, but, that's maybe the short-term impact. Could be a better long-term impact. Brilliant goal, Ekitike. They showed it again on the replay. What a goal, what a celebration. Florian Wirtz trying to find Curtis Jones, unsuccessful. That's going to be cleaned up by Kirkez. Szoboszlai tries to clear that down the field to Salah. And it's now a sort of header battle here where we've got about 6 headers in a row. Vert's trying to tackle in there off the Palace defenders. Yeah, it's back and forth game. Verts does win it, and he passes that brilliant pass to Salah. What is that vision? That is crazy. That's why, you know, Verts has been purchased. Nice little touch by Florian Verts, and it just doesn't go in somehow. That could have been a second goal. Henderson somehow manages to save that. Brilliant. And my goodness, Florian Verts is so good. He is so good. The passes he's doing are unreal. They're actually unreal passes. So, first of all, that little back heel by Ekitike. What a touch, first of all. And then the first pass to Salah. Then he passes that into Verts. He does a little touch over to Gakpo. Gakpo can't finish. He really should have finished that one. That was a, you know, a bit of a tap in there. But, yeah, Verts is literally giving them stuff on a plate here. They should be finishing some of these guys. They're not. I do not think that was offside. Oh, it was. Okay, it was offside there somehow. You know, it's probably in the build-up or something. But those passes, nothing to take away from them. I must have been a minuscule margin there for the offside. And, okay, that's a brilliant through ball there by Mateta. He should finish. That could be a penalty check. We're going to have to see what the referee decides, but it is played on at the moment. And that has to be a penalty. The referee has given a penalty kick here for Crystal Palace. Van Dijk is the one that commits the foul for the penalty. He's saying it's offside, so the referee might check. This could be a 1-1. Sarr is definitely penalty foul. That is 100% penalty, Van Dijk. Don't know what you're complaining about when you're saying it's not. That is 100% a penalty. Yeah, that is a penalty all day. All day penalty. Don't know why he's complaining. First of all, he literally sticks his foot out and trips him in the box. There was actually 2 penalty fouls there, I feel. One on Alisson where he just goes and slides it straight into the guy's legs. And then that one. But yeah, this could be a big drama already. Early on, Palace need to hope this is a penalty, by the way. They need to hope because even though Alisson might save it, if they score, they're back in the game. You know, the earlier the goal is going to be made up for because it's going to go back on level terms. Unfortunate for Van Dijk, you know, he's done the foul there. He had to do it, really. There was no stopping the guy scoring. He had to do that. It's not denial of goal-scoring opportunity, but, it's, you know, he was definitely going to score from an angle like that. It's onside. It's onside. It's going to be a penalty. Matata was onside there. He should have finished from a little bit further out there, to be honest. It looks like he's going to be taking the penalty too, Matata. So let's see. Can he put Crystal Palace 1-1 with Liverpool? Let's see. Here we go. Matata getting ready. He's shaved his beard. Beardless Matata. Can he do it? And he does. It's 1-1. Crystal Palace score in this Community Shield game. And, you know, it's turning out to be a good game so far. I'm happy that we're actually, you know, watching some goals here and not, you know, what we watched in the other pre-seasons where we're getting 0-0s. Brilliant from, you know, Crystal Palace in that build-up play to the penalty. A lot of good, you know, that pass through. I don't know who did that. Was that Vorton or something? Someone did a very good pass through the whole of Liverpool's, you know, midfield and defence. And then, of course, winning the penalty was needed. Sarr did a good job on winning that one. Of course, this is Ismaila Sarr. I think that's Pape Sarr's brother, if I'm not mistaken. Both Sarr brothers, if they are, of course, brothers, are brilliant. Though I will say that. They both show so much quality. And this is going to be now another kick-off. And Van Dijk is looking pretty, you know, angry at the decisions there. He's not looking happy. It's going to be a pass back all the way to Van Dijk there from the Ekitike there at the kickoff. Little chip over. Eze has now won the ball back for Crystal Palace. Possibly a foul played on by the referee. Szoboszlai to Salah. Salah gives a little flick over to Florian Wirtz. Kerkez takes a shot for absolutely no reason. What was he doing? Trying to throw the game. Richards does block that, though. Very unnecessary shot by Kerkez. Don't know what he was doing there. It's kind of weird. Why he took a shot from, you know, the left-back position. The Palace fans are jumping up and down in Wembley Stadium here. They're very happy. It's Curtis Jones. He's going to pass to Wirtz. Wirtz does a nice little pass to Ekitike and it is won back by Palace. Nice little win back there, and now the pace is on. Palace are showing, the pace of their attackers. Munoz, wild cross there to Allison. Don't know why he just gave the ball back to Liverpool, but he did. That was weird. Smash like if he gave the ball, because he definitely did. And this is now going to be with Curtis Jones. Kanate. And Kanate, let's see what he's going to do here. Just passes that over to Virgil van Dijk. Now to Szoboszlai. And back to Crystal Palace there, given away by Liverpool. They really are starting to fumble here under pressure, which isn't great. If they're really acting like this with some of these signings they've made, they need to really rethink. Arne Slot needs to start maybe rethinking some new strategies. Munoz cross, just missing, and that should be a goal kick. I don't think it deflected off anyone. That was very close to Mitchell scoring. It's a brilliant pass out there from Sarr, and he just passes it over to Munoz. He gives a brilliant cross, goes over the whole box to the far post where Mitchell should have finished, but he did not. That could have been 2-1 up for Crystal Palace there, really shifting the whole game around. But unfortunate that it didn't work like that. And Allison now taking the goal kick. Just pass it to Kanate. That's a long ball by Kanate, and it just reaches the Palace defense instead, where Guehi sort of just clears that. Now in a tussle here between the Palace and the Liverpool players. Szoboszlai, Kerkez. Now they're finally starting to change together some attacks here. Liverpool, passes together. Kerkez. Szoboszlai. Deep ball there, trying to find Frimpong. They find Frimpong there. He's going to try and run in, give it a little chip over, and he scores! Frimpong scores from the side. What the heck? He scored an absolute banger. Oh my goodness. He scored an absolute banger. And yeah, I'll post the scores this game for sure. It's just that my setup's kind of hard for me to reach my keyboard. So, I'll try and do this. Let's see. So let's go. First goal was Ekitike. What a goal by Frimpong, by the way. I think he was crossing the ball, but he scored. That was in the 5th minute. Apostrophe. Okay. The next goal is by... This is really hard to type, by the way. Mateta. And then we'll go penalty. Pen. Okay. And then we got one more, which is Frimpong goal. What minute is this? It's like the 20th minute. Okay. 20. And that penalty was like in the 15th, I think. Was it 15th? Yeah, it was 17th. 17th. What was that? Okay, there we go. Sorry. That took some time because, of course, my keyboard's actually behind the whole screen, so I'm really having to stretch over there. Okay, well, it's 2-1 for Liverpool. They really did redeem themselves there. Frimpong, insane goal. Insane. That was crazy, that goal. My goodness. What a goal by Frimpong. Literally, that is an absolute banger. Your score prediction died after the penalty anyway. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I knew they'd get back into this one, Palace. Lacroix. Guehi. And he gives a long ball there, trying to find Mateta. It's a little bit of a race here between Kanate and Mateta, and Kanate does a brilliant job. No doubt about that. He did a very good job there, Kanate, to defend. Jones... Now back to Allison. Van Dijk. Curtis Jones. Now to Kerkez. And that's passed through to Florian Wirtz. And now it's going to be with Szoboszlai. Finds Gakpo. Wirtz on the run in the inside. Gakpo might pass to him. Let's see what he does. He just gives the ball straight to Crystal Palace instead. He doesn't even pass. And now Palace have a little bit of a breakaway here with Eze. Let's see what they can do. And, oh my goodness, he got swarm defensed right there. 3 guys on him. These are the full squads? Yes, they are. They are the full squads for both teams. So this is, the squads you can expect in the Premier League. Possibly the only change I would make is Gravenberch on the field instead of Curtis Jones. But Gravenberch is having a child, so that's why he's not present for this game. Yeah, so definitely it's an excuse to be excusable. Wirtz to Sulla. Sulla now back to Frimpong. That was a terrible pass by Sulla. He actually gives it to Crystal Palace. Why are the Liverpool players giving them the ball? I don't get it. Their passing is not top today. That's a foul on, who is that, Mitchell, I think, by Frimpong. Just fouls him. Yeah, his wife's having the child, not Gravenberch. I think that was sort of implied when I said he's having a child. But yeah, definitely not him having the child. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, Frimpong is fouling there. Just seeing his goal again. What a brilliant goal. Does he hit the gritty? I don't know if he's hitting the gritty there. He's hitting some sort of gritty. Okay, let's see what Crystal Palace do with this free kick. Oh, it's a cooling break right now. Cooling break at the Wembley Stadium. FA Community Shield so far. Very, very good match. I will say that. Very good. I'm happy with this match. I really am. I feel like this match has sort of provided what we've been hoping for. From the friendlies, we've been getting nothing, but finally here we're actually getting some stuff. We're getting goals, we're getting drama. Another match that we're going to be streaming, of course, PSG versus Tottenham. That is going to be, of course, the UEFA Super Cup, and we're going to be streaming that on Wednesday. So make sure to smash like, smash subscribe, so you can never miss a match commentary, because I'll try and cover as many teams as possible. What do I think of Crystal Palace's chances in the league? I think that they should finish for a Champions League place. I do think they've got quality for it, especially here challenging Liverpool like this. I mean, Liverpool scored 2. It doesn't really matter. Crystal Palace definitely can get back into this game. They definitely have, the quality of being able to produce goals. We've seen them on so many breakaway runs so far in this game that the possession's really starting to tip towards their side rather than Liverpool at the start, first 5 minutes having, all of the possession. Like here, even if I show you guys the stats right now, it says 40% possession to Crystal Palace, 60% Liverpool. But at the start, it was more like 10% Crystal Palace. So you can see they've really started to shift back into that possession. Wharton gives a little cross there, caught by Alisson. Just back into the game straight away from that cooling break there. And Alisson just going to hold the ball up. PSG for you, not shocking them. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious there. Because I got to say, Tottenham's not been doing good. They have not been doing good. Also, let me just quickly get the stream up on here. For some reason, the stream wasn't appearing. Okay, there we go. Smash like. But yeah. Arne Slot giving some strategy. I think there's another foul. Yeah, it's another foul. Looks like that. Kanate's injured. Come on, guys. Can we not get injured every 3 seconds so we can actually have a fluent game? Kanate, wipe those eyes. Let's get back into this one, please. So let me just quickly comment on here. Okay. There's another player on the ground. Like, what is this? Why is we getting a play every 3 seconds on the ground, by the way? Now we got... Who is that on the ground? I think that's Kamada. Yeah, Kamada's on the ground there. Let's see. Can the doctors treat the injury here? Come on, let's... Oh, they might be doing a substitute here? Okay, they're actually subbing on someone. Okay, I'll tell you who this is, guys. This is Hughes. They're subbing on Hughes for Kamada. It looks like he's actually pretty poorly injured here, which isn't great. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Okay, so he's actually off with an injury. And hi, yes, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. And having a nice day. Also, make sure, let's see who's in the poll vote. So Liverpool's currently winning 100% in the poll vote. That's insane, by the way. And hi, Zachariah. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. I keep looking up here. My goodness, so obsessed with the camera being there. It's here. Yeah. There's a sub. So we got coming on is, what's his name? The guy that just got subbed on, Hughes. And coming off is Kamara. So that is the substitutes that have occurred at the moment. Your whole YouTube just crashed? That's kind of weird. Don't know why it crashed there. But here we go. Allison, come on, give us the drop. So Allison gives a drop, and that's going to go pretty far down and cleared nicely by Richards. Don't know how he does header clearances with that big afro there. Do I have Roblox? I'm going to actually be playing that this week. Yes, I don't have it. Like, what was that? Something fell up on my shelf. I don't actually have it at the moment, but I'm going to be playing it this week for the first time. So, yeah. You don't really watch football, but how's it going? Oh, it's going good, Zachariah. It's okay if you don't watch football, you know. We can always just chat on here and ask any questions. I don't mind answering anything. It's more like a chat space as well as, you know, watching the game and just commentating about it. And it's going to be Curtis Jones to Szoboszlai. And a through ball there. Brilliant through ball by Szoboszlai to go to Gakpo. And he's going to pass that back to Szoboszlai. Deep cross. Trying to find Frimpong. Does a little bit of a scissor kick cross there. And Vert's terrible touch. It's going to be cleared away by Palace. Back to Kirkez. Play Grow Garden. It's the best game right now. Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. I don't think it's the best game for myself. But, like, I'll play it, sure. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I'll like it. I do like gardening in real life, so I'll have to see. But, yeah. I think you just grow plants in it, right? Van Dijk to Curtis Jones. And he's going to pass to Florian Wirtz. And Jones to Wirtz. A little one touch there. And it's going to be now with Kanate. Now to Frimpong. Back to Kanate. And back to Allison. All the way. And Allison's going to pass to Virgil van Dijk. Now to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai really just shifting everywhere, I feel like, in this game so far. Which is great. You know, great to see that he's very positionally aware. He's definitely going to be Hungary's one of their best players of all time, I feel like. For sure. Sorry, Ferenc. I do think you're still the best. Puskas. And Ekatike is going to run on that long ball there by Kirkez, and that's going to actually hit the corner post and go out for a throw-in, I'm pretty sure. When's the Chelsea stream? What do you mean Chelsea stream? You mean like, the Soccer Manager 25. Yeah, I'll probably do that this week as well. We'll have to see, because I plan everything out, you know, day by day. The football matches I did list on the community tab, like the ones I'm going to cover, but the rest of the games I just plan out by the day. Any goals incoming? Well, it's been 3 goals so far. 2 for Liverpool, 1 for Crystal Palace. Of course, Crystal Palace's was a penalty by Mateta. Frimpong scored an absolute banger. He scored from the corner, basically. Like, not as a corner, but like from that side. And the other goal was, who was it? Ekatike. Ekatike scored the other one. The opener. But I do think there'll be some more goals in this game. I do think Crystal Palace will equalise. I think there might be a late winner by Liverpool, but we'll have to wait and see. Before halftime, we'll have to, you know, see if there's any before halftime. I'm not too sure if one of these teams will score again. I do think there's going to be at least 2 more goals in this match, though. I do think so. Will I play Mafia? Wait, what's Mafia, by the way? And let's see what you said yes before. You hate gardening, but for some reason, after finding the game, you're addicted to it, even though you're like COD. Oh, okay, I see. When you play Roblox, make a really hard name so I can friend you and help you and grow a garden. Okay, I'll do that. I'll probably just call my Roblox name my channel name, just so you know. But yeah, it's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. Crystal Palace get that out. Palace not dropping 3 on Liverpool. No, I didn't say Palace dropping 3 on the... I said Liverpool most likely is going to score 1 and Palace score another. And let's be real here. Liverpool actually aren't, you know, looking the best in this game. I will say that. They've been lucky to get that second goal with Frimpong. So, you know, football isn't about the stronger team. It's about, you know, who performs the best. And for sure, Crystal Palace have been looking better in the second part of this first half. Not the best there. They just give the ball away, but they were looking good before. Right, as I say it. Mafia, the old country. Okay, I'll have to check up about that, Zachariah. I didn't see that. Do you mind commenting in the previous stream? I can't remember. It's probably in my notes somewhere. But yeah, I'll check up about it. And this is going to be Frimpong to Curtis Jones. And he's going to pass to Salah. Now to Curtis Jones again on the right side. And that's going to be cleaned up nicely by Guehi. Brilliant. And that's a long ball there by the new substitute there. What's his name? Hughes. I have to keep remembering this guy's name. He's got very white hair. He actually looks like Kasper Schmeichel if I had to name someone that kind of looks like him. Frimpong. Kanate. Van Dijk. Van Dijk, long ball over to try and find Gakpo. He does a good touch there, Gakpo. Brilliant. And it's going to be Strayer. It's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. Nice little clearance there by Munoz. And Kirkez is going to take this throw-in. See what Kirkez... I don't know if he throws it into the box. We're going to have to wait and see. Can't really remember. I didn't watch too much of Kirkez last season, so, you know, probably can't remember exactly what he does in these situations. Or what Arne Slot's told him. Let's see what he does. Just showing the Crystal Palace manager there. I think he's pretty pleased with the performance so far. Of course, you know, one down is all good. You can always equalize and then, you know, try and win on pens or score another. So it's not the worst situation. Kirkez gives a long throw. And there's a header by Van Dijk. And it's going to be cleared away by Crystal Palace defense. If you open FIFA right now and show your team, you'll sub, like right now. No other time. If I open, like, FIFA Mobile, you mean? I'll open FIFA Mobile. I guess I haven't played in, like, 2 months, so... am I going to stream the Al Nassr match? Yes, I'm going to stream the Al Nassr match, Sherry. Here, I'll open FIFA Mobile. Oh, forced update. Okay. Let's open it and update it. Okay, it's updating. See, I'll show you. EA Sports FC. Updating. Okay, there's a cross by Crystal Palace. Might be connection in the box, and that just goes absolutely high there. It's going to be a goal kick. Hughes just does not hit that on target. But here we go. I'm actually excited for the Al Nassr match later, actually, because, of course, Inigo Martinez debut. Most likely, I'm saying that with hope that he does debut. Munoz's cross, again, brilliant into the box, by the way, there. Just not finished by Hughes. He really should have controlled that and shot. He kind of messed up there for Palace. Can't Hughes, chill out when you're, you know, passing around. Alisson, Van Dijk, and it's going to be now Kirkez to Szoboszlai. He's going to run forward. Colin Szoboszlai, let's see what you do. It's going to pass to no one. It's going to be one back by Palace. Szoboszlai has not been doing the best passes this game. I will say he's been kind of messing up a lot. Verts has been sensational. He's been so good. Same with Frimpong. He's been very good as well. The signings have been brilliant. About 9 minutes left of this half. 9 minutes left. And 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. What was your take on Martinez transfer? Was it good for Al Nassr? I think it was very good for Al Nassr, actually. The Martinez, you know, transfer, because he's a very strong centre-back, leader at the back. And I do think he can really, you know, lead the team up and sort of, you know, show so much quality in that centre-back. Help Simican, help Al Almari, help, you know, Sharari and those types of players. This is going to be now with Richards. Gives it to Mitchell as they open for him. And why do I keep getting pop-ups in FC? I'm trying to open the team here, but I've got like about 10 pop-ups I've got. League on McDonald's countdown. Who cares? This is now going to be with Richards. Gives a long ball, and it's going to be called by Alisson. No challenge there. Okay, let's go to here. Okay, I'll show you guys the team here, club. Okay, here's the team. I haven't played in like 3 months, but there you go. You can kind of see, I don't know. Don't know if it's good enough to really see. I got Leao, Martinez, Saka, St. Maximum, Jorginho, Rosicky, Mahrez, Walker, Tar, Bremer, and Petrocek. On the bench, I got 99 Hull and stuff. But again, I haven't played in like 2 or 3 months, so I don't know if they're the best cards anymore. You guys are going to have to let me know. And let me open back up what I was open here. And NASA defense can't be worse than last year. Yeah, it cannot be worse than last year. Let's be real. NASA defense. I do think it's going to improve. I think NASA's defense will get better. Palace supporters happy. Very happy for this game. Liverpool supporters aren't the happiest. I do think that they're kind of worried here that, you know, their team's not been the best in the second part of this half. But, of course, you know, they're leading. They shouldn't be too sad. You know, they've seen a masterclass from their new signings as well. It's going to be another throw in here. It's going to be a Palace free kick, actually. It's not going to be a throw in. Arne Slot was just holding the ball there. I thought he was going to throw it. And since you're new here, yeah, you call me DinoDoomz. Doesn't really matter. Zakaria, just glad to have you here, to be honest. Call me anything. It's all good. But yeah, usually people say Dino or DinoDoomz. Guehi. Now back to Henderson. And Henderson passes over to Guehi. And there's a little one-touch plays going on there. No problem. No problem. And that's going to be straight out. It's going to be a throw in here for Liverpool. Henderson just kicks that ball straight out like a bit of a dummy there. Don't know what he did there. Really should have been, you know, more calm and composed on the ball. Don't delete messages from Asha Sul. Wait, what do you mean? I did not show delete messages. And how do I get it on your device? Wait, what do you mean, Mr. Daddy? Do you mean the match or do you mean something else? But yeah, I don't know what you mean by deleting messages. I don't delete messages. Unless he said something bad or wrong, that doesn't appear. Van Dijk, YouTube auto mods. Van Dijk is going to hold the ball up. And he's going to pass out over to Gakpo. Gakpo back to Van Dijk there. Just a one-touch passing now with Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones almost like a third centre-back in this game. It's very evident. This is going to be back to Szoboszlai. See what Szoboszlai does. Florian Wirtz. Ekitike. Oh, that was brilliant play. Only if Kirk is actually, you know, really locked in for that ball there. That was brilliant. What channel do you get on to watch the game? It's only exclusively on TNT Sports, Mr. Daddy. So if you want to watch the match, you have to get TNT Sports. So yeah, that's the only way, as of I know, to watch the match. And I think they're the official partner for the Community Shield. And this is going to be a long ball there, just trying to find Ekitike, and Henderson's going to clear that. It's going to be a little bit of a header, you know, spree in the box. In the midfield. Wirtz does win it back to Frimpong. And, you know, I really want to see that Leverkusen link up a little bit more, you know, in the league season for those two, you know, watching most of the Premier League games legally. And read your last message. Yeah, I saw the emojis there. I mean, I don't exactly know what you mean by that, Vi, because I do read all the messages. That's why I didn't really respond to it. And this is going to be back to Alisson in the halfway. It's now Van Dijk. Yellow card? Not just yet. Wait, maybe I'm behind by like 1 second, so we'll see if there's a yellow card. Yeah, yellow card. Yellow card. Yellow card. I thought it was behind there by like a second there, but 100% Kanata yellow card. Deserved. Let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely. What the heck is that? Mateta had no chance to, you know, thing. Yeah, that's... Sorry, I'm deleting that. I'm sorry, Vi, you can't be right in that sort of stuff. Okay, this is now Richards. And it actually looks like Lacroix is going to take this free kick. Okay, let's see what he does. Long ball. And that's controlled by Allison. He's going to just distribute this slowly there. It's now going to be with Curtis Jones. Jones passing over to no one. He actually passed to absolutely no one. That's going to be redeemed there by Kirkes. Now Van Dijk. See what Virgil does. Passes to Kirkes again. Now back to Van Dijk. Only about 2 minutes left until the halftime. Allison, long ball. Just glad, we're getting, actual football games back. I was kind of upset, we weren't getting to watch any football for a while, but, we're starting to get back into the flow of the football matches. Arne Slott's got a little bit of a puzzled look on his face. Don't know why. I mean, you're 2-1 up in halftime. It's not that bad, Arne. Okay, let's see. It's going to be a throw-in for... Was it offside? I think it went out for a throw-in, but then the referee's called back an offside. That might be why he's got a puzzled look on his face. Because I was puzzled there for sure. Richards gives the ball to Ekitike. That's a good pressure from Ekitike, actually. And he's got the pace, too. He's running up on that. Richards does manage to defend him there at last. It's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. That is very good play by Ekitike. I can actually see a lot of fire in him. It's like very strong, running up fast. He's got pace. He looks kind of small, but he's definitely, not weak. That's 100% sure. Frimpong actually bashes into someone. It's going to be a play on for Crystal Palace there. Van Dijk headers that way, and Kanate is going to mop up to Curtis Jones. Verts. Kanate. And that's going to be now over to Jones again. And for the halftime, guys, as well, since I won't go for the halftime, ask me anything during the half. So if you want to write questions now, and I'll answer them in the halftime here, since we should only have really 1 minute additional, I think. Szoboszlai is going to take a free kick here, the one that Verts won. Kanate. Referee's given 7 additional minutes. Oh my goodness. What the heck? 7 additional. Wow. Oh yeah, you don't really see the end of your previous stream. How's the game? Did I finish it? Absolutely not. I did not finish it, Zakaria. I rage quit, actually, because that game was, giving me nightmares. So I quit that one. Allison. 7 minutes. Wow. That is a long time for, one penalty check. I don't really think 7 minutes is, what it should have been. Maybe 4 max. 3. 7. What the heck? Just a bad touch by Richards. He actually does win a free kick there. Ekitike does foul him. Now going to be with Mitchell. Back to Guehi. You heard when Salah was a teen, he had to travel up to 9 hours to and from his home to town to Cairo for football training. Oh, wow. By the way, just a very close chance there by Eze. He somehow missed it. Very close. It was Sarr, sorry. But it was a cross by... Who was that? They gave the cross there. It was Munoz again. Just providing deadly crosses. Sarr should have really leaped at that one. He should have finished it. Would have been 2-2. But yeah, that's, commitment from Salah. That's why, to become a pro, you need a sacrifice. To become, good in anything, YouTube, football, basketball, business, you have to sacrifice. You have to commit to the hours, and it's what you have to do. You have to think of it as you need to do this, rather than you can do this, That's what I believe anyway. Long throw by Frimpong. Smash like for advice. And Sarr does win that one and tries to find Matata. It's going to be cleared back to Allison. Now a little pass over to Kirkes. And what's Kirkes going to do? Back to Allison. Allison really taking his time on the ball there. Does a little bit of a dud cross, and then he does a real one. Verts in the midfield. There's a little bit of a referee touch, but he does play on. I don't know why he touched the ball there, the referee. I think he tried to get out of the way. And Mateta just offside. You just take the shot anyway. It's offside. If you're an athlete, you know how 7 minutes feels like 7 hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when I'm training for football, right? It's kind of like, I feel like there's, like a thing in football training. it feels like you're doing so long. It feels like, exactly what you said there, Zakaria, 7 minutes is like 7 hours. But when I'm playing a match, it feels like time flies. I'm not even joking, because I'm having so much fun playing a match with my team that, you kind of just lose track of how much time's actually passing. But there is a difference, in the training. It definitely feels like you're there for a long time. And that's a good pass to Ekitike. He just does not get to finish that one. And Frimpong 1-2 pass with Ekitike. He passes it back there to Curtis Jones. And Jones now back to Van Dijk. Curtis Jones really been the link of this team so far. I mean, his rating is a 6.5, which I'm surprised by. I think he's more of a link in this whole, team here. Munoz just clearing the ball out there for a throw-in, I think. Yep, a throw-in. And it's going to be now quick little play on here by Liverpool. Szoboszlai. Little one touch by Wirtz. Szoboszlai again to Wirtz. And Wirtz gives a little chip. Just doesn't find any player. Let's see what Florian Wirtz will do. He passes it over to the right-hand side of the box. Frimpong hits it on the volley. Way over. That was a good link up there. He found his, former teammate. They're still teammates. He found his old teammate, and he goes and passes it to him with that little chip. Frimpong maybe should control downwards for the volley there. He kind of really hits that straight up to space. Added time, how many minutes left? So there's 7 minutes additional time. So there's probably going to be left, if we calculate, probably like 3 minutes left. Because I don't know how much he's going to add on as well, to this, because there was a stoppage. This has already been, 5 minutes basically. But I think 3 minutes, additional just because of the extra stoppage of the injury. And there's a brilliant ball by Crystal Palace over to the right side. Allison somehow drops it, but he picks it back up. Very close to a Crystal Palace second goal. Munoz just sure connected that one, really. It's going to be now Gakpo. Van Dijk. Now to Jones. Frimpong. Salah. Frimpong. Salah Frimpong link up is looking good, I gotta say. They look like they're very connected with each other. And that goes all the way back to Jones there. Nice little connection. Jones really has that almost, if I had to compare him to a player that I watch quite frequently, I feel like he's like Brozovic or De Bruyne with that link-up play. Really is connecting the whole team. More so actually Modric, I gotta feel like. Feels kind of like a Modric style of player. Don't know. Doesn't really feel like a Valverde or a Toni Kroos. I think he's more like a Modric. He's definitely not that level, but, he has that same feeling. Kerkez. Now to Gakpo. Just outside the box. He's going to probably cross this one into Florian Wirtz. Wirtz gives a little pass to Ekitike. Ekitike to Wirtz. Wirtz loses it. Oh, my goodness. How many good passes is Florian Wirtz doing? It's what you love to see from him. Imagine him and Toni Kroos for so much more longer. I would have loved to see prime Wirtz, when he's like 25, 26, play with, prime Kroos. It would have been such a delight to see their passing with each other, because they seem like, some of Germany's best passers ever. Especially Wirtz now, he's already, considered. I feel like Wirtz has that feeling where he's like been almost playing for so long, but he hasn't really, in a sense. Because he's only 22. He's not been playing for, he's not 30-something. But he feels like he has been that old. Hughes. Let's see what Hughes will do for Crystal Palace. Pass over to Munoz. Munoz gives another cross, trying to find the back post there with Mitchell. Just doesn't find him. And it's going to go out for a throw-in. Half-time. So half-time has been called there. So it was, approximately, 3 minutes additional. It's actually 2 and a bit. But there we go. So honestly, first half, very enjoyable. Let's read the statistics here. So the statistics are as follows. So Liverpool has 65% possession, whereas Crystal Palace 35%. So it has gone up more. Crystal Palace kind of fluctuate a little bit. Expected goals. So Crystal Palace is a 0.93 expected goals. Liverpool are 0.1. Total shots, Crystal Palace 5, Liverpool 4. 1 shot on target for Palace, 2 for Liverpool. 1 big chance for Palace, 0 for Liverpool. 114 accurate passes with 74% accuracy for Palace. 252 passes with an 85% accuracy for Liverpool. 1 foul committed by Palace, 7 committed by Liverpool. 3 offsides for both teams, and 2 corners for Palace, 0 for Liverpool. Bro, blow the whistle already. It's like 9 minutes. Exactly. I don't know why he was taking so long. He took ages there. Also, just seeing an ad with John McGinn. Why was he in an ad there? I don't know. But, yeah, so that was the first half. Honestly, enjoyable first half. Can't wait for the second half to start. I'm probably going to get water and I'll answer any of your guys' questions. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask me, make sure to ask me in the chat, and I'll come back after like 1 minute and start reading them out. But I'll just give you guys time to prepare. Also, I'm reading the chat off my phone. That's why I sometimes look down here, because that's where it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys in about, a minute, 30 seconds to a minute. See you in a bit, guys. Hopefully you get more goals in the second half, by the way. I just wanted to add that. Maybe a 3-2 would be really cool. Or extra time, Okay, guys, I'm back after that short water break. Okay, so we'll go on to here. So first of all, I received one thing there. Is the timer accurate? Yes, yeah, it's accurate. Not 7 minutes additional time. Absolutely no idea why we had that much, but we did. The second thing is, what was it? Emerson Mogul. First of all, welcome to the stream. You asked, what is your favorite match you have commentated? And to that, I say probably still, I actually think the Al Nassr previous match that we watched, the one where we scored, Ronaldo hat-trick, and then we got another goal as well. I think it was 4-0. I really enjoyed watching that match. It's my team, and I really liked it. Another match I liked watching was the Nations League final. I really loved the Nations League final. That might be up there. That actually might be my favorite, to be honest, because, the other match was a friendly, so that's probably, tipping the scales down lower. Club World Cup final, I love watching that as well. So, yeah, they're probably my favorite 3 matches. And Liverpool going to score 2 or Crystal Palace score 2. I don't think either team's going to score two. To be honest, I think that Palace will score one. Liverpool will either score a late winner or something. I think Palace will score early on, maintain, possession all the way to the end, and then Liverpool will score, or will go to extra time, penalties, or it'll go to extra time and Liverpool score. I don't see Crystal Palace winning outside pens. Just my personal opinion. No hate, Palace, because you've had, in terms of stats, you've had the better expected goals. You've got more shots, big chances. It's just that Liverpool have been very dominant, very good in the ball winning for the attacking half, trying to win back the ball. So I definitely can see, a bit of a struggle there in terms of, winning the ball in the defence a little bit more. Because at the moment, they're not really winning the ball in the defence, and that's the problem. Palace not keeping the ball in defence, should I say, not winning it, but keeping it. And Liverpool being very, maintaining their pressure strong throughout the game. The positioning of Ekitike has been brilliant. The positioning of Florian Wirtz has been brilliant. The positioning of Frimpong's been brilliant. Those three new signings, amazing. I saw people hating on Wirtz. I have no idea why. I don't know. You have to really, struggle to have a brain to hate on Wirtz. So I don't understand why there's hate on him for how he's performing so far. He's been performing brilliantly, if that's my opinion. Just there showing the Ekitike first goal there, the Meg on Kamara hits the little slow and then the torque one. Frimpong's goal as well was an absolute banger. Of course, scored from the side. Mateta winning that penalty as well. Sorry, not Mateta. I think Sarr won the penalty. I do think Mateta still should have won a penalty at the very start. I feel like that was a foul by Alisson, but, we didn't really see that on the replay, so I could be wrong. But definitely a foul on Sarr there by Virgil van Dijk, for sure denying him from shooting. It's a penalty. And, brought Crystal Palace back into this game with the draw. And then, of course, we saw that Frimpong goal, which really tipped the scales back to Liverpool's side. However, I do think that, it wasn't... Liverpool necessarily had to do that. They had to. They needed that goal before the halftime because Palace was starting to gain traction on them. They're starting to actually push for a second, to get 2-1 up for Palace. And that's something Liverpool don't want. They don't want to go behind in this match. They need to maintain that strong, strong gameplay. But yeah, so definitely need to see, maybe a bit more of a performance here from... sorry about the camera shading, just unplugging my device there. Need to see a bit more of a performance here from Liverpool, if I've got to be honest, in the second half. Just, they've got better signings. They need to start proving, a little bit more of a capability to put a strong foot on this game, like they were last season with a lot of games. Palace, they need to start pushing for a second. They need to start pushing. Liverpool were lucky for that second goal, we'll say, but brilliant goal. Nothing to take away from it. Frimpong, insane. So let's turn that AC off. But yeah, otherwise, guys, ask me any questions. The match should be back let's take a look. In 5 minutes, we'll have the match back. So yeah, you can ask me any questions, guys. Also, just want to quickly say that YouTube memberships are out on the channel now officially. So if you do really enjoy the content, there's a join button. You can, decide for yourselves if you want to or not. Not really. I'm going to encourage it, of course, because it's something that I made. But of course, up to you guys in the end. What I will encourage, though, is make sure to subscribe, of course, so you never miss a watch along. Can I speak, please? Oh, my goodness. Can't even pronounce words today. Ronaldo's going to sit there as well at a very low angle. Should I maybe move this a bit down if I go like that? There we go. That might be a better angle. Okay, so we got, how long? 4 minutes until the next half. Let's hope that it comes, relatively quickly and we're not waiting here for an additional couple of minutes. So, yeah. Ask me any questions you like, guys, if you want. Hopefully we get some goals in the second half too. Let's take a look at actually the lineups as well. Let's take a look at the stats. So, of course, we saw Mateta get a goal, 7.2 rating. He had, a pretty good first half. He had 4 out of 5 accurate passes. Not many passes. He's more of a poaching player. He had a 0.79 expected goal ratio, which is very good, with a 0.72 expected goals on target, which is, brilliant. 10 touches in total, 2 in the opposition box. So not many touches, but he's been very good in terms of success with the touches. He did get fouled by Alisson, I feel, a little bit. Don't know. Again, bad angle, so I might not have seen it. Ekitike has been brilliant. He's got 12 passes in total, 10 of them accurate, so there's a very good accuracy, 83% accuracy. He's had one accurate shot, of course, the goal. A .03 expected goal for that one, by the way. And in terms of, touches, we've really seen him get one pass into the final third, 19 touches. He's had one recovery as well. He's won all of his tackles, which is, of course, one, but he's won an aerial duel as well, so technically 2 tackles that he committed, he won. So, yeah, Ekitike compared to Mateta, I do think Ekitike's stats are better. So, hence why he's a high rating of FootMob. But just in general, the eye test, Ekitike was, performing better as more of a, drop and deep striker, helping with the play. Mateta more of a poacher. Mateta can be a game changer, though, for sure. That's someone I actually was surprised that United didn't get. I did think United was going to get Mateta or Eze on their team. They didn't. Surprised about that. I did think that would be the case. Someone that I really liked was Curtis Jones. 100% accurate passes, 36 out of 36 passes. He's had as well 2 accurate long balls out of 2, so he's got 100% long ball accuracy. He's won 1 of 3 ground duels, which is not the best. That's only a 33%. I mean, he's only done 3, let's be real. 39 touches as well. I mean, he's really been at the center of all passing, all link-up play. So it's great to see someone like Curtis Jones, only 24 years old. He's really the link. It's so weird thinking that Curtis Jones is older than Wirtz. That is the weirdest thing to think. How in the world does that work? I feel like Wirtz is genuinely, I feel like he's like a 28-year-old. I'm not even joking. Like, Wirtz is younger than Curtis Jones? Like, what the heck? That is crazy. It's actually crazy talk there. Frimpong, by the way, has had 11 out of 17 accurate passes, 65% accuracy, not the best. He's not very been that accurate, but he did get a goal from an impossible angle, which is, insane. But in terms of, chances created, he hasn't created any, but he's sort of, been building a lot of build-up play, passing the final third. 1 touches in the opposition box, 3 out of 30 touches, so he's done 1/10 touches in the opposition box. And he's been good in interceptions, 1, and recoveries, 2. Of course, this match hasn't really played out much, so we're going to have to see how these stats change the full time. But at the moment, Frimpong is actually rated the highest on both teams. I think it's just because he got a goal. To be honest, Jones very underrated in this game. Don't know why he's got such a low rating on FootMob. I do think he should be a higher rated player. But yeah, definitely, I think Jones is the best on Liverpool at the moment, along with Wirtz. For Crystal Palace, Munoz. 100% Munoz is the best player. He's been really decisive. He's been very decisive in terms of crosses. All of his crosses have been so accurate and so pinpoint. It's just that no one's really gotten to the end of them because they're not positioning themselves the best. His crosses have been, direct where people need to be. So, yeah, definitely Munoz is the player for me on Crystal Palace. Let me know your guys, players that you think have been the best in this game, one from each side. So, you can pick Munoz, Frimpong, you can pick someone else, you can pick Allison or someone, Wirtz or Lacroix or something. Let me know who your favorite players are from either side in this game. The match will start once again in 5 seconds when the players walk out here, and then we'll see, probably 1 minute from the tunnel walkout. At Wembley Stadium, of course, for this Community Shield final. And we're going to actually see probably a substitution here for Liverpool. Of course, this is going to be the guy, Nagumoha. I genuinely no idea how to pronounce his name good. But he, of course, scored a brilliant goal for Liverpool when he came on for their previous game. I think it was their previous game. And he got an assist as well. Kiesa's also on the bench there. Maybe he'll come on. I don't know. McAllister for sure is going to come on. Nioni, yep, I do think he's going to come on. Robertson will come on for Kirkez. For Crystal Palace, we're going to definitely see SA come on. We're going to see Edouard probably come on, most likely. Klein as a defender. And we're going to also see maybe Lerma or Sosa come on. Someone like in that quality midfield section that, maybe they can rely on here. Also, let me just go back into this one. Okay, so the players are warming up here. Coming back out for the second half. So let me just quickly, just do this quickly. on the Instagram. Let's just go and take a photo of the community shield. Okay, there we go. Live now. Okay. The players now getting into their position there. Let's just go here. Okay, there I'm done, so I don't have to do that again. Okay. Yeah, and of course, guys, as per usual, if you have any questions for me, just ask me. Feel free to ask away anything. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. But yeah. This match will start back any second now. Szoboszlai is going to take the kickoff. Liverpool's kickoff for this half. Also, I don't know why I was running the timer this whole time, by the way. An absolute bot. Did a Club World Cup dud there. That's what I was doing in the Club World Cup. There we go. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace back underway. Just put it around like 9 seconds where it started anyway. Okay, here we go. And Hughes wins the ball back for Crystal Palace. No substitutions have occurred yet. Eze just losing. It's now going to be with Liverpool here. Liverpool need to get another goal early on if they want to fully secure this game. Crystal Palace need a goal to get back into this one. And now it's going to be with Cody Gakpo on the left wing. Let's see what he'll do. Gives a shot. It's going to be deflected by Richards. Gakpo's got it again. It's going to be a cross by Kerkez into the head of Ekitike. Just missing. Could have been the second goal there for Ekitike. Doesn't get it. It's going to be, you know, a goal kick here for Henderson and Crystal Palace. Unlucky there, Ekitike. He could have scored a second, putting 3-1 up. He was offside, it looks like. Maybe Guehi kept him onside there. I don't know. But very unlucky by Ekitike. Brilliant player so far. I've got to say, he looks great. Of course, coming from Eintracht Frankfurt, where they produce so many good talents. Of course, Marmoush, Ekitike, they produce so many, and he's now on this Liverpool side, and he looks fire. He actually looks very good. Heavy touch by Saar there. It's going to be back to Allison. Allison does a little dud cross again. He passes that out to Salah. Salah, very heavy touch, and mopped up by Guehi. Guehi back to Henderson. Henderson taking his time. Passes out there to Richards. Now Richards got the ball. Richards gives a cross into Hughes. Hughes loose touch. Gives a chip over. Kerkez should clean that up. And he does. I think this might be a free kick, actually, though, for Crystal Palace. It looks like that someone fouled Hughes. Didn't see exactly who. They've put the camera on Ekitike. I don't think that's the person who fouled him. Also, Henderson is wearing his baseball cap there. You know, resurrection of Yashin in the flesh. It's going to be Hughes now. Gives a nice little through ball, trying to find Saar. Just cleaned up by Kerkez. Now going to be with Wirtz. Brilliant pass by Wirtz to Salah. Salah's going to pace forward. Can't pass it in. Salah to Frimpong. He does. Saw that little vision there. And Frimpong back to Salah. Salah now to... Who's that? Curtis Jones. Yep. Wirtz, Curtis Jones. Now to Salah. Now to Wirtz. Salah. Little touch. Kept it in, Salah. And now it's going to be a corner for Liverpool. Their first corner of the whole game. Salah wins it. And Salah's looking good. He looks like he hasn't left since last season. He hasn't been on holiday. He's been on the working front, you know. He's got the same form as before. Hopefully he continues to keep that form. Hopefully, you know, the Ballon d'Or next season will be his. Because, you know, he deserves a win for something he's done. He's all of that work, and then it's going to be come down to, you know, Dembele or someone else. You know, as a neutral, really would love to see, you know, either Salah or Mane. I don't think Mane can win it anymore. I'd love to see an African player win it. Salah, now probably the most likely out of them to win. And that's a pace back from Szoboszlai just to mop up that little pass there. It's going to be a check here. Foul probably on Munoz, looks like. Maybe it's going to be a free kick for Crystal Palace. Gakpo giving the referee back his spray. Because it fell off the referee, so Gakpo just clips it on for him. Okay. And let's see what happens there. So he did an absolute dive there. Munoz, don't know why he's dove on the ground. That's a complete dive. Did he trip over the referee? I think he tripped over the referee. Yeah, I think this is a trip over the referee. Don't know how that works, but okay. That's weird. Let's have a look. Yeah, the referee trips him. Okay. So the referee's a defender now. That total sense. Yep. It gives a drop ball to Szoboszlai there. He's just going to kick it all the way back to Henderson. And then Henderson passes now to Richards. Richards now to Lacroix. Back to Richards. And Richards gives a nice through ball there to the run of Sarr. And Allison collects. Which one has players with better condition after the second half? Crystal Palace or Liverpool? Liverpool for sure has players with better condition due to their players being, most of them high quality. A lot of them very, strong players, can last a lot of games. They play Champions League football. Everyone on this team, I think, has played Champions League football for Liverpool. So, and Wirtz and Frimpong played it for Leverkusen. But definitely they're more conditioned to big, hard matches. Crystal Palace, though, on the other hand, are sort of an emerging side. So definitely they've not got the best conditioning, but, some of their players I feel like can play a full game, without trouble. Mateta, Eze, Sarr, Guehi, Henderson, of course, the goalkeepers can, but any of those players really can. But it comes down to who has the most, and Liverpool for sure has the most, in my opinion, of, conditioned players, especially for finals. It's going to be now Curtis Jones. Back to Kirkes. Szoboszlai. I would actually prefer Szoboszlai to be subbed off over Curtis Jones. I know Szoboszlai got an assist. Let's be real here, though. That Frimpong goal did not need an assist. It did not. Szoboszlai was just the last one to pass to him. But Curtis Jones, I think, has been doing very good in this match. Stats don't reflect it, but I feel like the vision test is needed for this one. And Curtis Jones really does pass that vision test. He's so nice to watch in this game. Very calm on the ball, collected, linking up nicely. And that's a ground cross. Ekitike just trying with the left foot. He should have put that on the ground. Could have been 3-1. It's not. Why did you not finish that properly, Ekitike? You should have really. Who did that assist? Again, Wirtz. Just, he knows how to assist a ball, does he not? Arne Slot's absolutely baffled how that was not going in. Should have finished it, Ekitike. It's going to be now Guehi taking the goal kick, passing to Henderson. And Henderson gives a long ball over to Richards. And it's now going to be a little bit of a tussle between Kirkes and Gakpo and one of the Palace players, I think that was Sarr. And it's back with Liverpool. Konate. Frimpong. Back to Konate. It was all the way back to Allison, actually. And Allison's just going to pass to Konate there. A little touch. And now over to Virgil van Dijk. Kirkes. See what Kirkes can do. He's going to pass that over to Szoboszlai. Kirkes again. Van Dijk. Van Dijk passing in nicely to Wirtz. Wirtz to Konate. Konate, a little roll-through skill. Passes that to Salah. That was a very heavy touch by Konate. And it's going to be a Crystal Palace ball now. Just played on there by Guehi. And it's going to be a chip over by Hughes. Just trying to find Munoz. And he does not. Munoz, unfortunately, gets the ball taken by Gakpo, who tracks back on defense. It's now going to be played forward now by Liverpool. Maybe a possible counter-attack forming here. Unfortunately, I don't think so because Crystal Palace will go all their players back into their positions. Now it's going to be a little ball by Curtis Jones. A very big one. Just finding Gakpo. Now it's going to be with Ekitike. He's going to pass it through to Salah, who tries to find the assist to Wirtz, but does not. It's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool on the right side. Salah actually looks like the coach at my academy. I'm not even joking now looking at him. He looks exactly like my academy's coach. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to say that. Smash like. Arne Slot is biting his nails there because that should have been in a third goal. That's going to be Konate. Now to Van Dijk. See what Van Dijk does. Pass it over there to Kirkes. Van Dijk, Kirkes, and Szoboszlai just losing it. It's now going to be Crystal Palace on a run here, a potential goal. And that's a brilliant pass to Eze by Sarr, and it's just going to be lost in the box there. The referee is saying no penalty because Eze does fall on the ground there. He's appealing for it, but it's no penalty. It's going to be Kirkes now. Szoboszlai. Trying to find a through ball there to Salah. Just not the best through ball. That's actually a very bad through ball. And it's going to be a free kick for Crystal Palace. Let's have a look here. Is this a penalty on Eze? Yeah, absolutely not. That's not a penalty. It's the biggest dive I've seen in my life. Eze near stop diving. I think he should cut to the side, maybe. A little bit more. He was very tightly marked by Konate, though. And Van Dijk and Konate, I think it was. Or was it Curtis Jones and Konate? It was two people, anyway. Richards. Now going to be with Gakpo winning it back. It's going to be a little pass there by Salah. And now it's going to be a little back heel by Gakpo. He's going to take a shot. And Hughes does defend that nice and brilliantly. Szoboszlai did the back heel pass there. And now it's going to be with Mitchell. Mitchell to Hughes. Hughes now, long ball to Richards. And let's see what Richards will do. Richards passes it over and straight out. Not good from Richards. That's very not good. The Crystal Palace coach there, Glasner, is very annoyed. I would be too. If I was Glasner, I'd be, just pass it straight out there at that point, Richards. Going to be thrown here for Kirkes. Curtis Jones just going into that left-back position just to receive this one, maybe. We'll see what Kirkes does. And that's absolutely smashed to space by someone. Szoboszlai trying to win the ball. There's a little bit of a skill there, and that was almost lost by Curtis Jones. That was his first bad mistake of the day. He barely, gets that pass through. So technically it's not a mistake, but very close to a goal there for Crystal Palace if they could manage to run onto that one. Hughes wins a free kick. It's going to be Hughes now just passing it to Eze. It's going to be probably another free kick, but referee says play advantage because there's 2 free kicks in a row. No real need to give a second one when they just taken that one. And Wharton gives a cross, just trying to find Mitchell in the box. Mitchell does redeem the ball. It's going to be passing now to Hughes. Guehi, Hughes, Guehi. Guehi cross. That's a little header and it's just missed. How did that one miss there? Oh my goodness, somehow Sarr managed to miss the header. Very close to a second goal for Crystal Palace and making it 2-2. Unlucky there. Very unlucky. That was so unlucky to not being a second goal. Oh my goodness. Just missed it. It was Mateta. And then, yeah, Sarr actually touches it as well. So both of them touched the ball in the header there. Just somehow Sarr doesn't hit that with enough strength to make a goal on target. And that's going to be a Liverpool goal kick there with Alisson. Let's wait for this goal kick. Alisson takes it out. This is going to be a header by Richards. And hi, Mr. Flame. What do you mean? Do you mean what am I doing, or what do you mean like Sarr's doing? Because Sarr absolutely missed a terrible chance there. Richards now. It's going to be a kick out by Henderson. It's now going to be Mateta passing back to the defense. Yeah, well, if you're wondering what I'm doing, commentating the football game, I was just waiting for, what am I doing? Yeah, commentating the football game, providing analysis. That's what I do on this channel, along with some other stuff. But yeah, love football. So why not commentate, for people who can't access. Richards. I was just waiting for the goal kick there before that, so I was silent for a second. Yeah. How does it feel to, commentate? It feels fun, I guess, Personally, this game's a fun delight to watch because it's 2-1 currently. Liverpool dominating pretty well. Crystal Palace are providing a lot of pressure, so definitely this is a good game to commentate compared to, usual neutral 0-0s. when we're watching. So yeah, definitely happy about this one. Hope you have a nice day, by the way, Mr. Flame. Yeah. Wait for this throw in here. It's going to be actually a corner for Crystal Palace, it looks like. And it looks like that, who is that? I think that's Wharton that's going to be taking this corner. Thank you so much, Mr. Flame. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, I'm trying to do it, stream every day. So yeah, just trying to keep up the effort. And it's actually going to be, who is that taking? Yeah, Wharton taking. I was right. Thank you, Mr. Flame. Appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So yeah, Wharton's going to give a long cross deep into the box. There's a little bit of a header, and that's going to be cleared by Kanate. There's a shot on the volley there. It's going to be another corner for Crystal Palace. Eze hits it on the volley. It just deflects off of, I think, Kanate or Van Dijk. It was one of those big guys and goes straight out. So let's see if we can get another, potential goal here, an equaliser. I did say that there would be an equaliser in this match, and then Liverpool probably score late or it'll go to pens. But yeah, definitely I do think that, Crystal Palace have that quality to equalise. They've been on the attack for most of this game. It's going to be a double hand raise. That usually means back post. So yeah, it is a back post corner. And it's on the head of Mitchell, and it just gets caught there. Sorry, Richards. Richards actually added that. Sorry, my bad. Richards did see Mitchell in the mix there as well. And you have to go. Do you have any live stream scheduled tomorrow? Yeah, I've got a live stream scheduled tomorrow. It's going to be at 4:30 p.m. GMT +3. So yeah, I don't know what time that'll be for you, Zakaria. I also got one later today as well. It's like at, the same time zone, but like 8 p.m. or something. But yeah, I don't know if you can make that one. But tomorrow I've got 2 live streams. No football matches tomorrow, just gaming. Yeah. It's going to be Kirkes. Now to Shabozlai. And to Curtis Jones. Shabozlai. No problem, Zakaria. Appreciate you for being here, by the way. Really do appreciate it. Hope you have a nice, rest of your day as well. It's going to be now with Virgil van Dijk. Shabozlai. Yeah, see you later. See you later. Have a nice day. And given away by Liverpool. It's going to be a run-on for Crystal Palace. It's a pass by Wharton. It's going to be Eze in the box. He takes the shot. Somehow saved by Alisson. Alisson's so clutch. So clutch for Liverpool here. He's saved again. Eze's like, yeah, he's done that. Because he has. He's somehow managed to save it. And yeah, brilliant again. A pass by Wharton. It's a really nice pass. And then Eze, just unlucky. You should have really cut it in, I do think. I mean, I say this so many times. So many players don't cut the ball in. They need to start doing it. Like, so much selfishness in today's football, compared to, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem, but definitely it needs to, you need to see more cut-ins in the box. You need to show quality, but that instance, again, a cut-in would have been very good. It would have been a goal. You had Mateta on the right post there, open, so instead of taking the shot yourself, it would have been maybe a more clever choice. That's why you see players like Salah, you see players like Ronaldo, Messi, some of these older players do that style of play. You really do. But then the new generation, you see a lot of hold the ball, try and push up, score. It's because of, the football transforms. Really does. Richards. Now passing it over there. It's now going to be with Munoz. Munoz back to Henderson. Very risky pass there, actually. Richards now. Gives a long ball. And straight to the head of Kirkes. Headers it straight. It's going to be throw-in now for Crystal Palace. And Palace fans are happy about this. Their team's putting up some pressure. If we take a look at the stats quickly, Palace, the possession hasn't really changed for them in terms of, possession sense. They've still got 36%. I mean, it's gone up by 1%. But expected goals 1.08 compared to a 0.71 with an 8 total shots for both sides. So Liverpool have caught up, but they're still, keeping up the shot pressure. Palace, which is good. 3 shots on target to 2 for Palace, and 3 big chances they've had, Palace as well. But 2 of them missed, which is very, unfortunate. In terms of head-to-head as well, of all time, you know, for I don't know how long FootMob keeps track of the all-time. I think it's like till 2015 or something. Liverpool's had 18 wins against Palace. They've had 5 wins, which isn't great in terms of a historic record, but, you know, historics don't really matter in any sort of game, because any team can change a historic record. Let's be real. You can have 1,000 wins against one team, and one time they'll beat you, you know? Eze just puts more pressure on, I think, if anything. And that's going to be now to Munoz. And long ball by Palace, and it's caught by Allison. Again, Allison intercepting. Verts. Your Liverpool versus Palace commentary is fire. You're making every moment feel intense. Thank you so much, Mr. Flame. Again, really do appreciate your, you know, nice comment there. It really just makes, you know, me feel confident about myself, and I really want to continue doing it. So, yeah, thank you so much. And this is Allison. He's time wasting here. That's what he is doing, because he's just standing with the ball in the box with his foot on it. He's not going to pass it out. It's what he needs to do. Let's be real. There's no pressure on Liverpool to sort of play fast. They need to sort of play slow, because, you know, they're starting to lose control of the game when they start playing very quick balls, because I feel like Palace is a good, you know, method of winning the ball back on a fast transition in the midfield. And then they push up for the attack very quickly. They're very good at counter-attacks as well, Palace. So, you know, Liverpool needs to slow, you know, the tempo of the game down 100%. There's also going to be 2 substitutions here for Liverpool. They are, you know, wearing the bibs, but they're going to probably come on in the next 5 minutes. And hi, Seek. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Frimpong. Again, he scored an absolute golazo before. He scored from the side, which is crazy. I don't know, again, what he was, you know, attempting there. I think he was attempting a cross, but he hit it on target inside. Henderson really should have marked the far post a little better. I don't know why he was in the near post for that cross. Like, let's be real, you should be marking the far post as a goalkeeper for a cross going into the box, because that stuff happens. Hughes gets fouled. It's going to be a free kick for Palace. And it's going to be played out by Guehi. Guehi's a brilliant defender, by the way, like a rock at the back. I feel like same with Lacroix. I don't know how to say that guy's name properly. I think it's Lacroix, but he's also a rock. I feel like, you know, the strong suit of Palace is strong attacking players. They've got very fast attackers, and then they've got a strong suit of defenders that can really, you know, sit the opponent down. That's what I was going to say before. They're going to sit the opponent down. Richards, quick play there from Munoz, and then that's back to Richards. Now it's to Lacroix. Guehi. Now to Eze. And Eze is just going to do a couple of step overs, but he's going to try and push up past Curtis Jones, who's, again, been very brilliant this game. And I'll see. You must have cut out when I said hi, because I said hi to you, unless you're, like, questioning what game we're doing, which is the Liverpool Crystal Palace Community Shield final. But yeah, hope you're doing good, Seek. Yeah, hopefully the internet's lagging for you or whatever. And which team do I support? So I support Real Madrid. I also support my local team, which is Al Nassr. Of course, Cristiano's on that team. And I genuinely just watch any other games, you know, neutrally. I try and watch both of any of these sorts of games neutrally, especially Prem, because I want to be a footballer myself. Like, as another thing, I'm doing a bunch of different stuff, trying to get in anything, and I love football, so why not just watch games? So yeah, that's why I do it. And hi, Kelvin, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Don't you see your comment, or you're escaping? What comment, Seek? I don't see your comment at all. YouTube must have, you know, banned it. You can, you know, forward it to me on Insta or whatever, and I'll read it. But yeah, I think YouTube's hidden your comment or something. But which is weird, because usually they show me the hidden comments, but I cannot see at all. Double substitution going on here for Liverpool. It's going to be McAllister coming on, and it also looks like it's going to be Endo coming on. So both midfielders coming on. It looks like that Szoboszlai might come off here. Same with Curtis Jones. Have I seen the last Mo Salah post? Yes, I've seen the last Mo Salah post. Yeah, I saw it. And And I also like the post, so you can tell what my sort of thing is. Hope your boy Vert scores a screamer. Yeah, I hope so too. Verts, I love Verts. I really do, Kelvin. So I'm with you. We saw Frimpong score an absolute banger from the side, and then hopefully Verts does the same thing, scores from outside the box. I mean, he's been so good this game, Florian Verts. All the passes have been crucial. He's been finding so much space, and really, I think he's going to be so good for Liverpool. I really do think so. And W's, Mr. Flame, W's. Really appreciate you. Yeah, smash like, smash subscribe. But yeah. So there's the first goal. Ekatike megged the defense there to get that goal. I megged Lacroix, went in. And then for the second goal, of course, Mateta's penalty won by Sarr. I keep going to call him Pape Sarr. Of course, that's his brother. It's Ismail Sarr. And then the final goal that we just saw before, Frimpong's banger, which was in the first half. All three in the first half. Verts is definitely the signing of the season for the Premier League. 100% signing of the season. I think he's so good. Same with Gyökeres. Gyökeres, Verts, definitely signings of the season. And thank you, Kelvin. Appreciate it so much. Verts fan to Verts fan. Let's go. W's. But yeah, appreciate you subscribing so much. Am I going to comment on the Al Nassr game today? Yes, I am. It's in the pre-stream's already up on the channel. So once this game is done, I'll go straight to the Al Nassr game. It's at 8 p.m., I think, the Nassr game. Hopefully, what's his name can start. Inigo Martinez. Yeah, he's probably going to come on as a sub or a starter. That would be cool to see. But yeah, happy for, Ronaldo getting some of the signings now. Martinez, Koeman. Really do like that. And Ekatike has been subbed off here. Ekatike has been subbed off. Enzo McAllister both on, as I said. Another sub was Curtis Jones. Again, don't know why Curtis Jones was subbed. I would have kept, actually, Curtis Jones on and subbed off Szoboszlai because, personally, Szoboszlai, I think, was doing, more so he stat padded off the assist and some of the passes, but I feel like Curtis Jones in general has had, better success rate with passes. Let's just say 53 out of 53 accurate passes, 100%. And welcome, Not So Chat, to the stream. Hope you're doing good. And there's the subscribe notification, by the way. There it is on the screen now, or just before. W's, Kelvin. Appreciate it. Frimpong, Kanate. And also, I think I can unplug my phone now so I can actually, hold up the chat here so I don't have to keep looking down at my phone. There we go. It's going to be Kirkes. And back to Allison. I think the Sarrs aren't brothers. Perhaps the name is more common. Maybe. Maybe they're not brothers. I mean, I just assumed because they've got the same last name and, they kind of look, in terms of physicality and shape, they look sort of similar. So I just assumed maybe they are brothers, but guess not. I did say at the start, correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah. Watching this really sneakily as right now you're supposed to be sleeping. Oh, I see, Kelvin. I mean, W commitment. I'll try and be, not too loud for you in the shouting. Hi, Graham. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a nice day. Hope everyone's having a nice day. There's a foul on Frimpong. Oh, it's a red card, I think. It's a red card. I think it's going to be a red card there for, who's going to get it? Vorton, I think, is going to get a red card, maybe. And hello, Paro Gazan, is that how I say your name? Squid Game, okay. I think that's going to be a red card there for Crystal Palace. Vorton really went, studs up straight into Frimpong's leg there. Is Inigo Martinez playing today? I hope so. I did write debut in the title, so, I don't want to be wrong for the live stream and say debut and he's not. He should be, though, because our next match is, the King's Cup, I think, or whatever, the Super Cup against Etihad. So he should really be playing a game. You're also a Madrid fan. Yeah, W's, I'm a Madrid fan. My two main teams, Real Madrid, and then my local team's Al Nassr, so they're my two, main ones. But I love Madrid. Hala Madrid. Koeman was injured for 56 days this last season, 156 days in the last 3 seasons. He is definitely coming for his retirement plan. Yeah, I mean, he's been injured a lot. Hopefully, he makes the right move here and he doesn't get injured enough because injured a lot when he's playing for Al Nassr because I feel like it could go either right, as in he doesn't get injured, or it can go wrong where, the heat can make injuries worse. It can make them very much worse, more cramp, more other issues, heat strokes, and that sort of stuff. So hopefully, it doesn't affect him worse, Seek, 100%. And as an Arsenal supporter, I would be like a little jealous of Crystal Palace winning 2 titles in close succession with all Arsenal seconds. Yeah, I mean, that would be unfortunate. I mean, you probably want Palace to win over Liverpool, though. I'm absolutely not reading that, Kelvin. I'm not reading that. I know what happens. Also, I think you said something about Gyökeres, Seek. Gyökeres is mid, already left Premier League once, definitely going back. I don't think he's going to be that bad this time around. I think he's got the support of a good team. He's really proved himself in Sporting. I know Liga Portugal is different, definitely, than Prem. But hopefully, I do hope he succeeds because I like Gyökeres, of course, as someone that likes Sporting. So, yeah. Henderson. Don't watch Sporting much. I don't like, support them, but I like them, so. Arsenal's definitely losing top 3 this season. Mark your words. Okay. I mean, I think Arsenal will be a title contender this season. It's my personal opinion, but, we'll have to wait and see. I don't think City's going to title contend this season. I'm going to be real with you guys. I do think City's going to it'll be in top 5, but I don't think title contention. Gyökeres isn't going to score more than 20 Prem goals. Yeah, I don't think he's going to score a lot, but especially, in his first season, I'd be very surprised if he scores, 20 plus. But, 10, 11, I'd say or maybe 12 is, successful for getting back into a Premier League style of football, especially with, most of your attackers are very scoring players, Saka, Kai Havertz, Trossard, Odegaard, all those players. Gyökeres looked great yesterday. Yeah, he did. He did look great yesterday. Very, physical player. That's what I will say. Very bulky. And this is going to be now with Lacroix to Guehi. It's a long ball by Guehi, just trying to find Sarr on the right wing. And it's going to be back to Richards there, just winning the ball. And that's a very good pass. This could be Crystal Palace equaliser, and they score. Crystal Palace 2-2. They've managed to do it here, and they've managed to score a goal. And, of course, it's Sarr. He's hitting the shush as well. Is he hitting the shush? I don't know. They didn't show the front of him there. They've scored 2-2. I knew it was going to happen. I said to you guys that Crystal Palace would equalise, and they've done it. I knew they would equalise. It's, I'm going to just write it down the scorer's sheet here. So, yeah, the game is so back. It is. And I was actually getting bored there for a second because the game was definitely more dead than before. He's doing a lot of sallies there. Sarr, let me just add this on. Sarr, what is it? I think it's a goal in the, what minutes? What minute is it? The 77th? Yeah, 76th. Okay. Sarr goal, 76. There we go. Can't believe it. Sarr has scored. That is a brilliant goal as well. Nice finish. I knew it would come eventually. I mean, it was just a matter of time, and they've done it there. If Lamine Yamal and Arjen Robben regen, you might not hate Barca as much. Yeah, I mean, I liked Yamal from the Euros. I liked Yamal up until this season, and then I started disliking him real bad because of his attitude. I really did not like his attitude. My personal opinion, Barca fans will like him, of course. But, yeah. And, yeah, W's Crystal Palace. Good job for making this game, interesting one. Possible extra time now. Let's see how this game goes. And there's going to be a substitution here. It's going to be Mitchell coming off, and on comes Sosa for Crystal Palace. Substitution. So let's see how Sosa can affect the game. Of course, he's going to be probably playing on that left mid side, probably as a winger, cutting back. He's actually gone more centrally, I think. He's kind of gone centrally. So that might mean that Eze is going to be playing as a true left winger instead of, more central forward. And Eze is just going to pressure for that. Has got, coming up the field there, Sosa. So he is playing more on the left side, Sosa now. Maybe it was just the start positioning there, telling some players some stuff. Yamal already labeling himself as a GOAT. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like his attitude at all. I used to like watching him in the Euros because he was, a bit quiet. He was a very quiet player. That's why I like Elise, I think, a little bit more. I think he's very quiet. He shows skill. This is a chance for Crystal Palace. Oh, my goodness. They could have got 3-2. They were so close. Kirkes had to make such a crucial save. Sarr is saying it's not offside. The referee is saying it is. They're asking the referee, oh, there might be a handball. Oh, no, I think it's a goal kick, actually. Let's see what happened here. I think it should be a corner. I don't know. I don't know what they're appealing here. There's a bunch of different words being thrown around. Handball, not throw in, goal kick, a corner. Let's see. Handball. Handball. McAllister handballs the ball in the box. Has to be a handball. There is no way that's not a handball there. McAllister literally does this in the box with the ball. That's the end of Liverpool there. I think that's the end of Liverpool. It's going to be a penalty. Fun fact, Salah has not scored a banger yet. Yeah, keyword. He's going to score a banger this season. You can already tell he's going to do it. Well, Liverpool might be finished here because if this is a penalty and they score this one, Crystal Palace is going to be playing Park the Bus. It's for sure a handball, like 100%. Let's see what the referee says here. Don't know what the referee's called here. It's called a corner. That is the stupidest decision I've seen in my life. Handballed the ball. I mean, it's technically natural position. Technically, you can argue that, but let's be real. He actually fully changed the course of the ball there. So, it comes down to referees. Liverpool supporters will be happy for sure, and that's something that a lot of you guys that are supporting Liverpool are going to be happy about. That is a controversial decision, I will say. Well, Liverpool back in this game. Lucky that, McAllister's little incident there didn't affect the game fully. There's going to be a substitution as well. Harvey Elliott looks like he's going to be coming on. He's a very good player, so we'd love to see him. Go unsubscribe and subscribe again just so you get the notification and the bit thanks me. Okay, I don't know if it does it. Again, we'll have to see. You can try. But yeah, no one's ever done it twice, so, we'll see. Let me know if you did and it didn't work, okay? I'll know if it worked, though. Allison. Little cross, and it's now going to be collected. Oh, yeah, the notification bot, thanks you, yeah. Crystal Palace supporters are cheering on their team here. And Allison gives a big kick out to Frimpong. It's going to be won by Sosa. And Eze does a little bit of a skill. That's a brilliant skill by Eze. He's saying that there's a handball there as well, but no call by the referee. Ball won back by Hughes. Eze, Mateta pressuring. And Liverpool get this one back. It's going to be now Kirkez. Gives a long ball there to Gakpo. It's a through ball out to Kirkez. Kirkez really coming in far for this one. He gives a cross, and there's a shot called by Henderson. Salah so close to scoring, and he doesn't do it. Very close there from Mohamed Salah. Brilliant. Brilliant from Kirkez. Brilliant finish by Salah. Just caught by Henderson there. Just unlucky not to score. And it's now going to be with Crystal Palace in the defense there. It's going to be now with Guehi. Lacroix. Richards out to the right. Just pass back to Henderson there. See what Henderson does. And Henderson passes to Lacroix. Lacroix, long ball, trying to find Sarr. Now it's going to be with Munoz. Munoz tackled there nicely. Feel like Liverpool are going to sign Anthony, but Anthony is too good for Liverpool. Yeah, Anthony is like absolute legend. I do think Anthony would actually fit, another Premier League team. I think really United was the problem. The coach was the problem, not Amorim. I think Amorim's good. I think he doesn't fit in United's system. He doesn't fit in Amorim's system, though. I will say that. I think he really needs to maybe go to, a club where he's going to be appreciated, going to play a lot of game time. I feel like Liverpool, he would do good, especially if Mo Salah eventually leaves. He'll become on that right-wing side. Because Anthony has so much quality. Like, it's not even jokes anymore. He's, like, in all seriousness, besides saying, like, he's the best player ever, he actually has a lot of quality. Florian Wirtz is being subbed off. And it looks like that someone else Harvey Elliott's going to be coming on in his place. Good job, Wirtz. You did a very good game today. Really like you, Wirtz. And Elliott's going to be taking your place. So let's see what Harvey Elliott can do. He was an absolute, crucial piece there in the, the Euros. what Euros? I can't even remember. It was in one of the Euros games. United is like Taylor Swift, the problem. Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially the guy that we will not mention. There's 10 of him. Ten Hag. The problem, for sure. There's also a substitution here. Guehi will be coming off, the captain for Crystal Palace. And Lerma is going to be coming on in his place. Vorton's also coming off as well. Wait a minute. Did Guehi get subbed off? I don't know if Guehi got subbed off or what the heck happened. I swear he got subbed off right then, unless they were just showing him. Oh, maybe he handed over the captain's armband. I don't know. It looks like Guehi's still on, though. Yeah, he's still on. Okay, I think maybe they just showed him for fun there. Salah to Stoke City. Here we go soon. Yeah, it's going to happen. Salah's going to go to Wrexham when they get relegated to National League. No hate Wrexham. I actually like Wrexham. And Richards just gives the ball to Liverpool. Harvey Elliott now passing to Salah. Let's see what Salah does. He's going to pass it over to Frimpong. Elliott. Back to Frimpong. Frimpong really slots nicely into this team, I gotta say. Get on a slot. Smash a like. This is now Kanate. Van Dijk. Now over to Kirkes. And that's going to be a throw-in. Is that Roberts? Is Robertson on? When the heck did Robertson come on? Okay, well, Robertson's on now. Okay, did not expect that. Must have happened when I wasn't, looking. Because he's now on. Kirkes is off. I could tell as soon as I saw that body shape. I was like, that is not Kirkes' body shape. That is the body shape of a guy that's called Robertson. This is now Harvey Elliott. And we'll see what Elliott does with the ball here. Pass it over to himself. He just gets a one-touch from Endo. Frimpong, Endo. Have a feeling Van Dijk is going to jump into the attack and score a tap-in. Yeah, most likely, especially if we get to extra time as this, we'll probably see Van Dijk move upfield, kind of like what Rudiger does. I really like Rudiger when he does that, to be honest. I like Rudiger when he, moves quite far up the field because he's kind of funny. But in all seriousness, Rudiger seems to be like that. He just shows that we're missing a striker in Real Madrid because he does do the headering like a striker. He has the finishing of a striker, almost like more of a poaching player. It's going to be a free kick for Crystal Palace. But yeah, Van Dijk, I think, does the same stuff as well. Who's this foul for? Salah. You got a yellow card. Mohamed Salah got a yellow card. Yellow card for Salah. And Henderson's going to take this long ball. 3 minutes left of regular time. Possible 2 minutes additional. I don't know. The penalty before was caused by way too much overconfidence. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. A lot of overconfidence there. And especially, before the second goal, Liverpool very confident to get this one done. I think they got a bit too complacent. And then that's why we almost saw them concede again with that little controversy of the handball. Because, to be honest, they really were lucky to not get that handball called. They were very lucky. Because that was very, very handball. Like, literally, he changed the course of the ball with his hand, and it's not, it's not really natural position. The referee did consider it that, but, referees consider a lot of different stuff. So Liverpool need to calm down here, bring this one into extra time, start getting control of the game again. Because the worst thing to do is it's better to defend and concede in extra time than defend and concede late, because in extra time you have a chance. Ref mistook him for Messi. It means, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, McAllister's from Argentina, so, maybe Messi is watching this game. I'm joking. Now, Kanate to Van Dijk. Rest in peace, number 20. Yeah, rest in peace, Jota. Had a minute of silence at the start of the stream for him, so, yeah, and Andre Silva as well. Really, really unfortunate that we lost, two bright Portuguese talents, to Liverpool players. But yeah, definitely. Hi, King Dudes. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Long time. 88th minute now 89th. So Arne Slot has to survive one more minute of a final Crystal Palace attack, because Henderson's going to take this one down the field. Wearing his Yashin cap, baseball cap edition. Let's see what he does with this long ball. He's going to slam it down the field. Probably 2 minutes additional. That's what I can expect. If this is like 7, like the first half, that's insane. If that's the case. Frimpong. If Liverpool win, you're going to make an edit about it? Yeah. I mean, do so, Kelvin. Do so. Make an edit. Yeah. I just got into making edits. I never made edits before. I started making them in the shorts, but yeah, I'm not the best at them. We'll have to, continue making them to get better. And that's a bicycle clearance there from McAllister. Don't know why he just did that. That was the weirdest clearance I've ever seen. Why did you bicycle kick that, McAllister? It's going to be Eze. We don't know how much extra time yet either, so we're still waiting on that. And now it's going to be with Richards. Munoz. Come on, referee. Tell us how much extra time there is. Looks like Guahi's injured. That's a very good ball. That's a possible goal. It's just going to be chipped back to Allison. If only Crystal Palace can pass back properly. Son to LA Galaxy. Here we go. Yes. 100% Son's in LA Galaxy. I saw him make his debut. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can do there. And I'm happy that he's playing with, Laurie as well, as former teammate. Guahi might have to come off here, by the way, because he's sitting on the ground. You're an underrated watch-along channel. I admire how much you engage with the chat. Yeah, I try and talk with everyone, regardless of whether they're doing watch-alongs, gaming, IRL, just something. The main thing I like to do is talk with you guys, because that's what YouTube's all about, It's all about chatting. That's why there's a chat on the live stream. It's to chat. Yeah, Guahi's going to come off here, I think. Referee's just checking up on him. Come on, a late drama would be cool. Harvey Elliott's going to take this corner. 5 minutes additional. Where the heck are we pulling these additional time minutes out from? Referee's just pulling them out of his pocket here. It's probably going to be a substitution here for Crystal Palace. Defensive substitute. And the player that's probably going to come on here is going to be... I think it's Devaney. Oh, so it's not. It's a midfielder, okay? So they're putting on a midfielder, maybe going to a back 2 here, Crystal Palace. And that's a very cluttered ball. And Liverpool just out have this one on the volley. Henderson catches. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes before, extra time and then possible penalties. McAllister did pass it off, and it was hit on the volley there by Szoboszlai, just caught by Henderson. Nice, easy catch. No real drama there for him. And Palace now bringing this one upfield. They need to move here. They need to score, a late goal if they want to win this, because it's going to be hard for them to maintain during extra time. Guahi on the ground again. He needs to get off the field now. Like right now, he needs to get off the field. Yeah, Palace just kicked that one out by themselves. Guahi needs to sub off. Salah went to Stoke City? No, Salah did not go to Stoke City, Kingdoms. It was just a joke. What Arne Slot's going to say. Guys, it's 90 plus 17th minute. Don't screw it up. Exactly. That's what he is going to say. Because he should be telling them now, do not mess up a last-minute goal here. They need to calm down. What's my plan for Premier League games? Will I stream and follow a certain team? I'm going to be streaming a lot of different games for the Premier League. If you can see on the community tab, I posted the schedule for the matches I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming opening day, all the matches that aren't during my football training or during study periods or whatever, and I'll try and get as many of them done as possible. All big games for sure. I'll stream, unless of course again it could be during a time when I've got actual football training, and of course my personal training is probably more important than watching a match. So yeah. Guahi's going to come off here. If you want to be a footballer, train all the time, by the way, guys. Guahi, yep, subbed off the captain. He was injured. I could tell he needed to get off a bit earlier, but he is coming off now. I think he was telling the coach something earlier. First of all, how the heck is Crystal Palace 2-2 Liverpool? Because Liverpool, I said before this transfer, when they were getting rumours for Isak, I said on a stream, I said they're going to throw themselves if they get too many good players, because there's going to be multiple problems with a lot of players, currently, especially young players, like to play, try and have the starlight. They like it, That's why Mbappe and Vinny doesn't work at the top. That's why Xabi Alonso needs to fix it. And that's a problem because, you got a lot of these players and they don't have vision yet. And, of course, a team like Crystal Palace, most of their team's unchanged, right? So they're going to be playing, better than a team that's fully, transformed itself. Like this team, that's a very crucial catch by Henderson. Oh, my God. Salah almost scored there. A minute left, by the way. Isak to Prison FC. Yeah, Isak's going to be, he's going to Prison FC for, those transfer deals that he was doing. Why would he leave Newcastle, by the way? I'm so confused. He was so happy there. Newcastle loved him. All the fans loved him. He won them a trophy, and then he's, like, trying to leave. Like, what's he doing? You're, like, the most loved player in your club, and you want to leave. But, yeah, Liverpool very complacent in this game, which isn't great as well. Arne Slot did not tell them not to be complacent. That's the bad thing. They need to stop, they need to calm down. They need to play, with possession and not just think, okay, we can waste time where we're 2-1 up. Because then 2-2 happens, and then the penalty controversy happened, and then, suddenly you're on the back foot. And the extra time should end any second now. The referee should call for extra time. Probably last attack here. And Eze, imagine a last-minute goal. That would be insane if it happens. And it's, oh my goodness, so close. Wow. Oh my goodness. They almost scored, Crystal Palace. About 10 centimeters off from a goal there. I did think it was going in. That was the final play of this half, I think, as well. Wow, Eze just finds that beautiful pass over to the new substitute that came on before for Guehi. Devon, he's been on for about 10 seconds, and he has a shot that grazes the post there. The manager can't believe it. He's absolutely pumped that they almost scored there. A last-minute knockout, punch there. Felix is more passed around than the pop. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Yeah, Felix is a very passed-around player. Hopefully, he settles at Al Nassr. Because I was watching some of his gameplay there. Of course, they're my local team. I support them. And I'm happy with what he's done so far. He actually looks good, especially against teams like, we versed Toulouse. He was very good against Toulouse, Ligue 1 team. Liga Portugal team we versed as well. Who was it again? I can't remember. Rio Ave. And then we're versing Almeria tonight. So hopefully he can do a good performance as well there. But yeah, that's full time for the non-extra time stuff there. So we're going to have to wait till extra time now. It should be in 5 minutes. So, yeah, ask me any questions. We're just going to sit here and read the stats, and then we'll wait. But, yeah, 2-2. I'm so happy. Just had to revert the clock there, by the way. Okay, so let's read the stats here. 41% ball possession for Crystal Palace. 59% Liverpool. See, it's ticking down. That's what I'm saying. They're getting out of hand. 1.95 expected goals for Palace. 1.08 for Liverpool. 14 shots for Palace, 12 for Liverpool, 4 on target for Palace, 5 for Liverpool. 4 big chances for Palace, 2 for Liverpool. 2 big chances missed for both teams. 283 accurate passes, 79% accuracy for Palace. 457 passes, 85% accuracy for Liverpool. 5 fouls committed for Palace. 13 fouls committed for Liverpool. 4 offsides for Palace, 3 for Liverpool. 5 corners for Palace, 2 for Liverpool. And what kit am I wearing? The Juventus kit. The Juventus kit from last season. I think it's last season's home kit? No, away kit, I think. This is the away kit, right? I don't know. Don't know where they wear this. Let me just check because I didn't watch Juventus much last season. I don't really watch the Serie A teams, to be honest, much. So, yeah, it was the away kit, I'm pretty sure. No, this is the home kit. What am I saying? What dummy. Home kit. Or the third kit? I don't know. I'm stupid. No wingers or midfielders scored. Yeah, I mean, Mateta scored. Pen, striker. Sarr scored. He's a centre forward. I guess he's technically a winger almost. He's playing RCF more so. Ekatike, striker, and Frimpong's a right wing back. You can count right wing backs as a winger. I mean, Frimpong's playing winger, basically. We got 2 wingers on the field. We got Salah on right wing, and we got Frimpong in right wing. No extra time. It's penalty shootout. No extra time for this match, guys. Oh, I did not know that. I'm a bit stupid. It's a penalty shootout. Okay. Well, we're going to remove this, and we're going to put the penalty shootout up instead. So there's the final scorers. Now we'll put pens up. I'm just going to go to the side because my keyboard's actually behind my, the screen here. So that's why. Pens. Okay, so we got Liverpool. And we got... Yeah, Crystal Palace happy here that they got Pens here, honestly. Palace. Who am I supporting, Anthem? Supporting no one here, neutral. Neutral for this game. So let's see, Pens. So it's out of... I'll do 1 out of 1, 2 out of 2, basically like that. They're all smiles about this, Eze and Virgil giving each other a dap up and hug. But yeah, neutral for this game. Again, only 2 teams that support Real Madrid and Al Nassr, so I'll not support any other team in a match unless it benefits one of those 2. So yeah, I'll be neutral for any of these sorts of matches. And Henderson wearing his Yashin cap, baseball edition. Hopefully he can clutch up like Yashin in the Pens. Now it's about to get dramatic. Exactly. Anything can happen for this. It's 11:06 p.m. for you, and you have school tomorrow. I mean, the match is about to end, Kelvin, so, you know, you can go to sleep straight after the match ends if you want. You can go to sleep now, but you're going to miss out on the Pens, but, you know, it's probably going to be 5 minutes more. Here we go, penalty shootout. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. Let's go full screen for this. I wasn't watching a full screen. I had analytics on one side and the match on the other on the device I'm watching this on. So, let me just, first of all... Just close. How do I close? Like on the Samsung tablet, you can actually do double screens, which is actually so cool, by the way. Okay, here we go. Penalties. Alisson's tough. Yeah, he is tough. I still think Henderson's a good penalty saver. I think he's a good penalty saver. Not as good as Alisson, but he's definitely a good one. So we'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Penalties. I love penalties. Come on. Let's see, you guys. Who's going to score? 2-2. What a brilliant match, though. Gotta say, now we get, you know, beautiful penalties. Love pens. Pens are the best. Smash like for penalties. This is Alisson's last chance to show why he's tough. Exactly. Well, Mamadashvili is going to be starting to bench him. You hope Crystal Palace wins? Yeah, I mean, Crystal Palace, the underdogs of this story for sure. To a lot of people, I had faith in them, actually, for, you know, getting through this. I did say they would equalise. And I did say Liverpool would score late, but I did think there was extra time in this match. But, you know, my memory is complete loss because I remember now that Community Shield matches don't have extra time. So, yeah. Salah's up first, taking. You already liked? Well, that's okay. I mean, you've smashed like for pens, I guess. So, Salah's first. Can Mohamed Salah score? Here we go. Come on, Salah. Slot it in. Let's see. Salah, Henderson, can he save it? Here we go. Salah. Shoots, misses. He missed. Straight over the bar. Straight over. That was a horrendous penalty. That was so bad. I'm sorry, guys. If you're a Liverpool supporter, that was a terrible penalty. Let me just find the slash key. That's 0 out of 1. Salah miss. Terrible penalty. That was a terrible penalty right there. Hendo saved Crystal Palace in the FA Cup, pretty sure. Yeah, no way Salah missed. That is insane. That was a terrible penalty. I'm sorry, Salah. I really liked you as well. Yeah. Unfortunate. Crystal Palace need to capitalise now. Mateta, beardless edition. Can beardless Mateta score his penalty? Here we go. Can they capitalise? And they do. It's 1-1. It's 1-0. Sorry. So used to Salah scoring a pen that said 1-1. 1-0. That makes Henderson's job a lot much easier now. He just has to save one technically, and then the rest score. So, you know, that will make it really good. If they save one, if Henderson saves one, he's basically won the game then. They basically won Crystal Palace. So now this is going to be out of 2 here. So can Liverpool get one back? Mateta, 2 pens. Yep, 2 pens scored. He's just so good at pens, it seems like, Mateta. Salah missing is a big surprise, exactly. Crystal Palace won this. I mean, you know, this could be like drama. You know, Alisson, never doubt him. Never doubt Alisson in pens. He dove the right way for Mateta. Mateta slotted at bottom corner, though, so there was no missing. McAllister, can you score? And Henderson saves it! Henderson saved McAllister's penalty. It's going to be a win for Crystal Palace, it looks like. McAllister's missed. It's a save. Like, miss and save. I don't care. Same thing. He's got the pen saved. Arne Slot looks absolutely devastated. And as I was saying, Liverpool this season, I'm saying it right now, are not going to be successful like last season. I'm saying it with confidence. I'm fortunate that's the case too. Unfortunate. Because I really like the players in Liverpool's squad. But it looks like this is going to be the way. Crystal Palace, can they capitalise again? They need to. If they do capitalise this one, it's done. It's a done game. I'm sure of it. You know, it could have late drama, but we'll see. And here we go. Eze. And Stutter passes it, and he's saved. Penalty saved. Eze missed. Alisson, it's a terrible penalty. It's an atrocious penalty. Alisson, easy save. So Alisson's actually clutched up for Liverpool here. Let's have a look at that. So they're showing goal line technology for this one because it actually did bounce off the inner post. But it's a terrible penalty. It's not great. You can actually tell which way he's going, which is a problem. You can literally see it clearly. But yeah. Imagine taking the crucial pen. Your heart is beating out of your chest. Exactly. Honestly, either way, it's just a friendly. I mean, it's a trophy either way. And Gakpo smashes it in. That's the first pen scored for Liverpool. There we go. 1 of 3. He had to smash that one. If they missed that one, it was over. Arne Slot looks super concerned here, by the way. He looks really concerned. Said that they have too many players. Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Too many players. A lot of big mentality, you know, big ideology players where they've got like strong brain, mind. Don't know what I'm actually saying here, but you know what I mean. Like, a lot of individuals. We'll say that. Individualists. That's a problem like in Real Madrid. That's why they fumbled in Real Madrid last season, because of that same issue. Now it's going to be between Alisson and Sarr. Can Sarr score his? Is this Sarr? I think so. I think this is Sarr. Yeah. Yeah, it's Sarr. Here we go. Another starter pen, and it's a goal. It's going to be 2-3. 2-3. There we go. Big egos. Yeah. Big egos. That's the word. Is it VLT BRT or is it VIT BRT as well? And welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, 2 out of 3 versus the 1 out of 3. The next one is the decider, I'm pretty sure, in terms of if they miss, it's over. It's over if they miss, really. Crystal Palace have to score and they have to miss Liverpool. So here we go. Low-key think Palace got this. Me? Yeah, I think they've got this. I think they've got this. I think the misses have been too much. But again, anything can happen. It's a penalty shootout. But I think Palace have got this one in the bag. Hendo has to really save this, honestly. Here we go. Elliott. Harvey Elliott. And it's a save. It's a save. It's over. It's over. Palace will score the next one and it's over. Crystal Palace would win. I mean, everyone who said Crystal Palace would win, which is, you know, the minority here, 28%, smash like. That is a W right there. W's for you guys, honestly. Palace have got this in the bag. They just need a score now. There are more pen misses in shootouts than you would think. Exactly. I mean, this is a, you know, this is what you love to see, though. You love to see these sorts of things. Hendo with his Yashin cap on, you know, he's really performing. He's cooking. He's cooking in the goal. 1 of 4 is trash. Yeah, it is. Okay, and there's the final penalty. Oh, my God, he missed. What an absolute... Oh, my God, he missed. How do you miss that? He missed. What the heck? Oh, my God, you missed. I thought he scored because it hit the crossbar. What the heck are you doing? No way. Why are you missing? Now it's really down to the last penalty. You have to score your last penalty, Palace. So you know, I'm pretty sure if you don't score this last penalty, you are absolutely cooked because Liverpool will come back and win this. Most dramatic pens anyway. Well, if Crystal Palace, yeah, you predicted that, Kelvin. Exactly. Yeah, you put a basketball hoop 20 meters away and these guys would land the ball in. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're missing this, but not the basketball hoop shots. So Szoboszlai, decider, and it's in. So now it's down to the Palace one. So Palace have to score. These guys need a score right now because, you know, they're cooked if they don't. I'm saying it now. They're cooked. Terrible penalty from before, by the way. That was like one of the worst. It was, I think Eze's was worse. One of those pens was terrible. Score your final pen. Come on. Palace bottled. We'll see in a second. They've definitely kind of bottled this one already, but, you know, here we go. You're going to score your final pen here. Is it going to be 2 out of 6? 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5? Here we go. The last bro has the most pressure on him. Exactly. The most pressure here to win the game. He'll go down in history. It's the guy that got subbed on before. Forgot his name. Here we go. And he scores it. He scores it and wins the game. I mean, he came on as a sub for about 10 seconds, almost scored, and then he scored the winning penalty. And all the thanks goes down to, if we put that on the board there, all the thanks goes down to Hendo. What a guy with that Yashin cap. That Yashin cap's luck. Just wear a Yashin cap if you're a goalkeeper. Palace absolutely did it. They've defeated the Premier League champions. They've also, I think they have not broken the curse. There was a curse, basically, I heard, where Premier League winners cannot win the Community Shield because of some weird curse or whatever. But they've done it. Palace have won the Community Shield and the FA Cup. And this is a brilliant start to their season. Really good by Palace. Unfortunate for Salah. The first pen miss, I knew it was over. As soon as Salah missed, I thought it was over. I didn't really think Liverpool would win it if Salah missed. But yeah, definitely good job, Palace. Really big respect to you guys. Crystal Palace won. We're going to be streaming a match later as well. We're going to be streaming a match in about 40 minutes. It's going to be Al Nassr versus UD Almeria. Of course, Inigo Martinez debut, and Ronaldo's going to be playing. So if you're a Cristiano fan, make sure to join up in the match. You see Cristiano's waiting this whole time. But yeah, W's. Both teams played well besides the penalty shootout. Exactly. I felt like the penalty shootouts maybe one-sided for a bit of it, and then both teams bottled near the end, basically. But yeah, definitely a very enjoyable match. I really liked the 2-2 scoreline. Better, more refreshing than a 0-0. And I can't wait to stream some more, guys, some of these matches. Thank you so much, all of you. Make sure to like and subscribe. Remember, YouTube channel memberships are now available as well, so you can check that out by clicking the join button. Completely optional. And thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next stream in 40 minutes. Goodbye, guys. And W match, W Community Shield. Congrats, Crystal Palace and their fans. GG's, Liverpool fans and Liverpool players.